Again, Rob Warner with Neo Prism Media is here. We're going to be televising the finals for YouTube.
Okay, looks like we're getting ready to get started here with the semis. Got off to a little late start. We had to recondition the lanes, so they will be starting here fairly shortly.
Thanks for coming up to Highland Park. I'm sure you enjoyed it. It's a great house. The Z-Man does a great job, along with his staff. Jackson Jimenez just woke up just to be with you today. We'll give you the cut when 2 of your 3 games are completed. And again, we'll do top 5 stair step finals this afternoon. Your side pots of the semis are 50 for first, 20 for second each game. Your pin centers are on. You can go ahead and recycle them if you wish. Go ahead and begin. Good luck. judges at this time, please. Go ahead and reset your setters back to the number 1 position. Boys, got everybody today gets a check. Minimum last place, $70. Side pots are 50 for first, 20 for second each game. You'll be skipping 1 pair to the right after each game. 11 and 12, you go to 3 and 4. 9 and 10 go to 1 and 2. We will give you the cup for the top 5 when 2 of your 3 games are completed. And your championship pair today will be lanes 7 and 8. Okay, go ahead and hit that start bowling icon on your scores. You are ready for tournament play. Good luck.
Okay, welcome to Highland Park Lanes. We're going to do a little commentary during the semis, which we normally don't do, but since I have the one and only Zach Enders in here to do this, I'm going to let him freestyle the whole semis for us.
You want me to freelance? Is that what you're saying? All right.
So
All
we
right.
will let him.
I'm a seasoned vet, they've told me.
And I will work some controls over here, and we'll make sure everything goes off without a hitch, hopefully.
First and foremost, thank you to Neo Prism for coming down Highland Park Lanes. They put on a hell of a show in here with their cameras and their setup. We'll bring you hopefully some quality bowling to go along with this quality product that Rob Warner and his team have brought up. We can't thank them enough.
No, the center itself is phenomenal, and it's great working with you guys. You make it easy for us to set up and easy for us to do what we need to do to make a quality product for our viewers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, lucky for you guys, I probably know a majority of the field, so we can give you some details here, what's going on. Right in front of me, we got Scotty Ross Kelly, Billy Clarkin. Who else is on? I see Maloney's around us. Camacho's down here. Scotty Sloan. Yeah, we'll be able to keep tabs on quite a few people. I got Camacho over on lane number 9. He qualified in the morning squad. Same thing with Mr. Scotty Ross Kelly. He came in fresh off the blocks, pulled the ball out of the press, and away he went down there. Right next door to me over on 5 and 6, I see Mr. Montoya, Orlevatos. Oh, look at my man. He's going to switch me over. There's Mr. Jimenez over on lane 2. He had a plus 170 in qualifying. I got Tyler Bryant. He was our number right here at our noon squad. He snuck in at plus 134. We had about 35 guys show up for the morning squad, about 30 and change again for the afternoon squad. They're bowling on the 42-foot U.S. Open PTQ number 1 pattern. The only thing I really took out of that was 42 feet. I don't really give a crap about all the rest of that jazz. Lane number 2 right now, we got BK, Mr. Brandon Knowles getting up. He was a qualifier in the noon squad. I want to say he was plus 160, 170. There's Mr. Shane Ponce on lane 4. He qualified in the afternoon squad. Went plus 40 in the morning squad, about plus 140 in the 140, 150 in the afternoon squad. Quite a bit of hold down lane and to the right. You're not going to see a lot of free hook, especially early. They just got done re-oiling for these boys, so everything is fresh right now. Super tight. Jason Schmidt over on lane 2. He just threw a Brooklyn, but they count up on the scoreboard the same way. Jason Poole over on lane number 5. He throws a washout. He qualified in the morning squad as well. Mr. Montoya over on lane 6. He whiffs one just a click right. We got Mr. Cowan. He's from Northern Colorado. He's over on lane number 4 right now. He qualified in one of yesterday's Saturday squads. Wow. I mean, you can already see lots of hang to the right. We're seeing washouts. We're going to see some buckets. Wonderful spare conversion by Mr. Poole. Jump back pairs here. This is lane 7 and 8. Both these guys up on the approaches from NOCO. Mr. Kevin Maloney, bowled scratch here for a few years. Bowls over in Loveland at Sweetheart Lanes. Over on lane number 8, Mr. Billy Clarkin. He qualified yesterday. He also Loveland NOCO area. Good spare over on lane 4 by Cowan. Wonderful stroke by Mr. Maloney on lane number 7. Maloney back in the day was a Wichita State product. He went out there for a year or two. Obviously this is quite a few years ago. He's got more gray hair than me, if that tells you anything. Scotty Sloan, lane number 9. That's a Longmont bowler coming to us from the Angstead warehouse. Good stroke on lane number 9. I'm sorry, lane number 8 by Billy Clarkin. Here's a look at Mr. Camacho on lane 10. Another look by Mr. Scotty Sloan. Scotty Sloan in qualifying, 299 game 1 out the blocks today. Set for a wonderful pace for the day. Straight and direct. Kids, pick up your spares that way. It's not about how many we cover. Mr. Ross Kelly over on lane 7 looking good. And here's Steve Dudek. He's going to be sneaking up on 9. Dudek qualified in the morning squad. Same thing with Dylan over on lane 11. He bowled morning and afternoon. I think he was an afternoon squad only right now. Easy qualifier. A little whiff to the right. Again, not a lot of free hook to the right. This one does not have a lot of free boards, especially on the fresh. You're going to need to play them pretty square, pretty tight. Let these lanes break down a little bit before we stand left and throw right. You got PD, Philip David over on lane number 12. He cleans up his 3-count, 4-count spare. There's the 5-pin shaker. Everybody put your arms up. Spot the 5 on 9. I don't know if the mechanic's in the back watching right now or not, but if he is, they'll get him. Nice and direct look right there. That's a good stroke. Back to 3 and 4. Thomas picks up his spare on lane 3. We have Schmidt on 2. Brian Montoya over on lane number 5. Montoya, high flush. Schmidt, sloppy 7. Good look at Mr. Ponce. Ponce starts off with the double here. He must have found something in that late qualifying block. Jimenez over on 1. There's 5. Crossover on lane number 6. Got a little runaway Brooklyn right there for a 5-pin. Look at my split screen, man. These guys are super high tech. What a show off. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, look at this. Okay, let's see if I can keep up with the action. He wanted to test my skills, I think is what's really going on. All right, over on the left screen, Michael Cowan stepping up on lane number 4. We're going to have Maloney up on lane 7 for his spare. Looks like I have Eddie Schwartz somewhere in the middle there. He's over on lane 6. I got a pin in the gutter on 7 right now. Yeah, these guys got you right behind you. Look at this. They're on top of their game. Camacho's over here on lane number... confuse me. Lane number 9 for Camacho. Philip David's over on 11. PD's going to go up the boards. Looks like that's a game breaker 4. That goes through the face. A little 10-pin. There goes NDG running the capping. Cowan picks up his spare. Yeah, we got Dudek. He's over on lane number 10. Steve Dudek, the Sudoku champ. That's all he was playing after he qualified in the morning squad. Sat there and played about 18 games of Sudoku. Jimenez over on lane number 2. That's a better look. Rings a 10-pin. I got Thomas over on 4. He's going to flag the head pin right. There's Billy Clarkin. He's going to leave a 210. A little bit of whiff to the right. Philip David over on lane number 11, picking up his 10-pin. In the meantime, Shane Ponce over on lane number 3, front 4. I should almost need to tell Demian to log on. Lane number 3, Cowan's going to be okay. They already fixed lane 7. That's wonderful. Here is Miss Bang over on lane number 4. She's going to be soft 10. Ball had a little deflection through the pins. BK over on lane number 2. Looks like he's got a forged in his hand. That's 10 in the pit. Scott Sloan right here in front of us. The man is just a machine, isn't he? He starts off spare, open strike. I'm going to say this was Mr. Eddie Schwartz over on lane number 5. He converts his 10 pin. There's Poole. 3 spare, the hard way, well done. It's easy to 3 count. I mean, we've seen lots of them. These guys just, it's so pre-programmed that it's easy to stand left and throw right and wonder why the ball doesn't hook. Well, when you bowl league every week and you see that automatic friction, you've got 2 to 3 boards of free hook out there. When you bowl on something like this where it's got a little bit of extra hold out there and you don't see the ball hook when you miss 2 right and you come back scratching your head, well, it's called accuracy. Always appreciate you guys chiming in. If you got any questions, you know how to get a hold of me individually, or hit up Mr. Warner in the chat. I'm sure he'll relay all the fine messages. I'm sure he'll be coming running over. Notoriously, this place plays pretty slick in general. So to see a 42-foot pattern in here, one of the first things I would do is not have a pearlized bowling ball in my hand. I'd probably have something solid or a hybrid, definitely with some surface. So if you start seeing a lot of 210s, 2810s, buckets, washouts, the first thing I'm going to tell you is too much shine. Billy Clarkin right in front of you, he's going to go low Brooklyn with the high road max. Michael Cowan does the same thing over on lane number 4. Right in front of me, here's Mr. Camacho and Mr. Sloan. Camacho gets a nice little roll out of that, and he starts off clean, strike, spare, double. Scotty Sloan looking to pick up his 7 count down lane. He's going to chop one, leave one sitting there. That's his second open in 5 frames. Maloney, he does what Maloney does. He spares off. Here comes Mr. Scott Ross Kelly. Same time, Eddie Schwartz, he's looking to stay clean through 5. Spare, double, spare. And he's going to pick up his mess down. Oh, I chopped it. Spoke too soon. Mr. Ross Kelly right here in front of you. You get the side and front view. He comes up heavy, leaves a 3-6. Mr. Jimenez over on lane number 2. He goes Brooklyn. He leaves a 3-6. So we're in about frame 6 right now. These guys had about 5 to 7 minutes of practice. This is about when they need to start doing a little 2-in-1, maybe a ball change. If you're not going to move your eyes down lane, be expecting to see a little extra hook. We're starting, like right there, Mr. Montoya, he comes up strike. That ball drove through the 8 pin, right? As a bowler, I want to see the ball kind of split the 8-9. You can strike and it's still going to look sexy, but if you're not splitting the 8-9, don't be fooled when you start leaving combinations. Maloney getting lucky. It's some baloney, Maloney. Oh, Warner even likes that one. It's hard to get Warner to laugh, and I even chuckled on that. Oh, we got BK over on lane number 2. Ponce, he goes front 5. He's looking at a 210 down lane. Didn't I just talk about that? These guys are going to be bowling one game here. They're going to jump a pair, bowl another one, jump a pair, bowl another one. BK looking easy down there, buddy. He goes double open, double spare strike. So, yeah, he's good. Bill Clarkin looking to pick up his 3 pin. All right, we have Miss Bang over on lane number 4 right now. She throws it pretty soft, pretty easy, but it's going to do the job. 8, possible spare. Ross Kelly, he picks up his mess down lane. Camacho looking for a turkey. He whiffs it right. Poole, he whiffs it right. All right, so we're seeing a little bit of hang right and a little bit of hook left. All right, Poole cleans up his mess. Schwartz getting up on lane number 5. I'm sorry, 6. He comes up a little heavy. He leaves himself a 6'10" down lane. Clarkin, another one of those magical 210s we keep discussing. Dudek, he's going to leave a bucket. There is exactly our pattern, all right? So you're going to see that teal stuff down lane, all right? If you don't know how to read a pattern, the oil going down one direction is usually the teal stuff in this scenario. The darker color, all right, is usually going to be a reverse or a combination. So you can see the pattern is definitely asymmetrical in shape, right? You got way more hold for the righties in that dark stuff, especially in the 10 to 15 area at about 20 feet, right? That's where a lot of these guys, they want to see that ball starting to head towards the gutter so they can get free hook. The lefties, they might be able to break it down a little bit sooner, but as I look around, I just don't see a lot of lefties. To be honest, I don't know if a lefty made the cut. So kind of keep that in perspective. Lots of righties. You see that little bit of a hold spot, 15 to 20 feet, and these guys want to, that's the arrows. 95% of our league bowlers right now, when they see the arrows, they want the ball pointed from the arrows to the gutter. It's hard to point at the arrows up the boards, right? That's hard for our eyes to see. You bowl 35 weeks on Free Willy, and you got nothing but free hook to the right or to the left of you. To see the ball square off right there where normally it's chain and right or chain and left. Yeah, you'll leave some buckets. You're going to leave some 210s. You're going to leave some 3-7s. It's easy. It's super easy. Once again, these guys are bowling 3 games in the semifinals. We'll make some cuts, see where we're at. Here's Camacho on the far right. He's trying to get back on that gravy train. Leaves himself a 7-pin down lane. Bill Clarkin on your center screen. He goes through the face. He's scratching his head. 10's 10. Philip David trying to pick up his 310 down lane. He chops that out. Miss Bang over on lane number 3. She's going for a single pin conversion. Wonderful. Maloney looking good. Schwartz coming up light. Here's Michael Cowan over on lane number 4. He is clean through 7 with 2 strikes. 2 strikes, clean through 7. Kind of give you an idea. Take a look here. I think I see a lot of that. Ross Kelly, he's got a good little game going. Spare, quad, open spare strike. You know. 240 in the woods still for Ross Kelly. I don't know how many pins of handicap these guys get, but it's usually a pretty good number. Looking over at Shane Ponce over on 3. He goes front 5, split. You know, he's got a chance for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 230 still. So there's some numbers still sitting out here. I mean, it looks like lots of the handicap guys are definitely sparing a lot, right? Montoya's not liking it. Little whiff right. He leaves a 1-2. Billy Clarkin. He needs the punch for 2-0 right here. This is the first one. A little 5-6 down lane. Chops off the 6. Leaves the 5. We're going to have Mr. Maloney here in front of us. Possible 225 on the punch. Gets the first one in the 10th. Mike Cowan, 3 and 4. Looks like they may be opening up a little bit over there. He had a little bit of room right. Camacho, far right. He goes Brooklyn. Schwartz, he looks like he goes 10 in. Billy Clarkin, second in the 10th. Wonderful, wonderful looking there. We got Mr. Hiley, far right-hand side down there. He's over on lane 11. First time we've seen him. He's in NoCo. He's a Highland Park Lanes kid. Looks like a little shaker too for Thomas over there on lane 3. Maloney can't trip out a 4-pin. Mr. Montoya comes up heavy himself for a 4-pin. Lane number 1, BK whiffs to the right. He leaves himself at 1-2. That may have been a fill ball in the 10th. May have tried a little something creative there. I'm not sure. BK looks like he goes 190. Scores, I don't know who else is over here in no particular order. Out of 180, 190, 111, 190. Again, these guys are making a 2-lane jump here. 1 and 2 will be coming to 5 and 6. 3 and 4 will be going to 7 and 8.
I'm not gonna fucking try.
All right, Ross Kelly gets his first one in the 10th. Robert White, he's going to punch out for 197 right here in front of us. He's got his fill ball to goal. We had Mr. Poole over on lane number 6. He was working on a double, first ball in the 10th. He leaves himself a 2-4-10. Ross Kelly, in the meantime, he leaves himself a super washout over on lane number 8. Mr. White's going to leave himself a 1-2-4-10. He's going to finish at 190 and change, I think. Poole leaves himself the mess up there. He goes 170. Heath Schwartz over on lane 5. Trips a 10 out. That's his first ball in the 10th. Possible 2-0. All right, Miss Sharon over on lane number 9. Her first shot in the 10th. She's working on a strike in the 9th. Possible 190 for a punch. All right, these guys are going to start doing some moving, some rotating. I'm going to refill my water because Rob doesn't let me have refills here. I got to get them on my own. He says it's the management's problem, not mine. BRB, yo. All right, these guys are doing some rotating. I've been told there's some comments that I need to address. First off, Mr. Lawson, always a pleasure. Thank you for logging in. Benny B, thank you for logging in. Irish Pogie, my man. Yes, I will be sitting in with Nick because Nick needs help in the good looks department, and God knows it ain't him. It's me. Wow. Lastly, Schaefer, I really don't give a shit that you shot $7.99 at Nationals and singles, and you're on my totem pole for heroes. This microphone told me I don't need a Tic Tac, so don't give me no BS. Oh, all my friends, thank you for logging in. It's always a good time. I try to make this as entertaining as we can because you're watching bowling. And a lot of you don't do that very often. So I get it. All right, we're starting up game number 2 here. Right in front of us, Michael Cowan leaves himself a 3-6-10. We'll see if he can not chop this. Anyway, there's Mr. Ponce. He's getting up on lane number 5. BK's moving over to lane number 5. That's the flattest pair in the house. I think BK's going to put a number up for us, is my feeling. There's Mr. Jimenez over on lane number 3. Andrew Stout, NoCo HPL family. Repping the 5280 down there, Mr. Bobby Robinson and crew. Mr. Thomas right here on lane, is that 8 in front of me? Man, all these cameras, I'm getting all lost. Stout goes strike. Here's Ponce. Ponce is looking to pick up his spare. There's Mr. Jimenez. He goes, ugh. That's nasty. That's nasty.
4, 6, 7, out. I predict he's going to pick it up.
All right. Oh boy. Watch out now. Watch out. 3 left. Squirrel. All right, so right here in front of us, Miss Bang. She's going to pick up her first shot of the game. A little soft 10 pin. Nothing wrong with that. Spare off. Dylan over on lanes 3 and 4, both squads this morning. Right next door to Mr. Hiley. Mr. Hiley's NoCo. Mr. Cowan over on lane number 7. 10 in the pit. Here's your first look at Big Mike-O on lane number 6. Uh-oh. I have the man in the room. I have the man.
They let me out early.
Oh, good God. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Big round of applause for my man Nick. He's bringing ABTs up here to Northern Colorado for us. He and I have a good relationship going. We're going to keep these going for you guys. We've had great participation, especially early in the summer. So once you guys start trucking up here, it's going to be good. So I thank Nick for coming up and starting the journey with us up here at Highland Park Lanes. We'll treat him just like family, just like we do everybody else.
Yep, thank you very much, Z-Man. I've been really wanting to come up for a long time. I knew that the participation up here would be great. Years ago, we were up on the east side of Greeley. We went to Classic Lanes, and a lot of your scratch bowlers used to participate with me 15 years ago over there. And it's nice that I gave them the opportunity to come back and bowl on a somewhat regular basis.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, we're going to be up here 6 to 8 times a year. And then you throw in Sweetheart, you throw in Centennial. These guys literally will have 12 to 15 stops within a half hour.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
That's awesome.
It's perfect. In the meantime, Jason Schmidt over on lane 5, he strikes. We got BK coming up. Andrew Stout over on lane number 4. You got some scores? You got an update for me here, bud?
Yeah, we got some scores.
Holy
we won't count that one.
Who's my big number here? Ross Kelly
Scooter.
goes 229.
Camacho 213.
Camacho 213, yes. Stout 2-0 with some handicap. That's a big boy.
Well, again, remember, the numbers were crazy that last special entry squad, but as we said, these guys are smart. They're attacking the pattern. They know how to open it up, and once that pattern opened up, they just stepped in and started to kill it.
I mean,
Yes.
the cut was 130 something over.
Ugh.
You know, and that's off of 30 guys. That's crazy. But now it's more realistic because there isn't the room that was there, obviously. Yeah, this will happen as we continue to bowl on it. It'll open up and get better, as you know. But yeah, some of them are grinding. They're kind of wearing it out. You know, $1.90 on this stuff is really good.
Right.
Schwartz 215, Maloney 214, Clarkin 205. You know, Clarkin's got to be like 94 years old now. He can still shoot 200.
No comment. He's
I like
bigger
Bill.
than me.
Yes, but I can outrun him.
Well, I can outrun you.
You can, yeah. So if oh God, he catches me, I'm in trouble. All
That's right.
right, let me go announce these. I'll be right back.
Yep. Yeah, something tells me my 40-year-old legs are going to be a little faster than Nick's Jurassic legs. We won't talk about his age. In the meantime, Jason Schmidt getting up here on lane number 6. He's working on spare strike to open his game. There's a 4-9. Twisters. There's lane 9 pool 310.
Oddson, Tyler Bryant with $239. Winning your first side lot for $50 with $248. Scott Ross Kelly.
You are.
I'm older than dirt, but you know. No, well, I've been doing this I'm going on my 34th year running ABT.
34 years in ABT.
Prior to that, I worked for Brunswick Corporation for 10 as a general manager. So I've been in the bowling business pretty much since I got out of college, but I've loved every minute of it. You have to love this business, whether it be on your end as a proprietor or as my end as a tournament director, or getting the league bowlers something to do to keep them not only focused, but let them have fun, let them make some money, and we have the tools to make them better.
Correct.
And you know, that's where you come into play with your ball drilling expertise, with your coaching out on the lanes. With me, just knowing all the right people to send them to.
That's right. That's right.
We have so many gifted coaches in this area, whether it be left-handed, right-handed. Obviously, with if they're left-handed, my first instinct is give them to Diaz right away. Although not because he's left-handed also, but he has a little bit more of an insight. But you know, we talked about it earlier off camera about how lucky we are to have the expertise of the ball drillers in this area and their respective pro shops. There are places on the East Coast that have nothing, literally nothing, to not only to get product drilled, but to get some feedback from what it does, what the difference is, and how you set the ball up. There's nothing there for them to help them, which is tragic.
Yes.
Which I am, you know, there people here. They're almost to a point of being spoiled. So because they got so much information, and it's very easy for them to go out and apply what they've learned.
Right. Well, and it's super easy. And you and I talked about this earlier. You don't get how fortunate Colorado bowlers are, because, I mean, and I don't need to get super specific, but I mean, start down south, right? And if you're down south, you can go see Tish, PWBA, titles, Hall of Fame. You know, you go a little bit north of that and you go to Arapahoe, family-owned center. They take care of everybody. You go a little bit north of that and all of a sudden you're at Holiday and you're at Sean Lee's and you see Schaefer and Double J, and, you know, you go a little bit north of that. I mean, it's just super fortunate how you can start at super down south shit Pueblo. You know, guys down in Big Daddy and that, they're working, they're getting it, right? Colorado is very fortunate, and I don't think a lot of people realize it, right?
They realize it when they leave the area.
Yeah. Oh God, they better.
Seriously.
Yeah.
They come back and they go, oh my God, I can't believe the difference. I thought we were going to do balloon animals in the break.
Guy walks in the front door just now carrying about 55 balloons. I was worried he was going to fly out. Nick went over there and chatted with him. BK comes a little heavy. 10 is 10.
The nice thing about BK is he wears his emotions on his sleeve.
I may have heard him walk behind us earlier. Just maybe. I don't know. All right, Ponce
Creating
over
a
on
new
lane
language.
7. What are you doing down
Sorry
there?
if that was inappropriate.
Oh my Lord! A bowler heard a bad word. Oh my Lord! Oh! Don't worry, I'm sure Nick will find him.
I take a small percentage of his winnings. Hey, how do you think we eat so well at the end of the year?
Hey, the cuss jar. The cuss jar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Montoya flat 10.
Well, the other thing that we talked about as we get through this now on Rob, our marketing area know exactly what's going on here. Not only with your upcoming fall schedule, but your specials.
Right.
Obviously, you have the that even if you don't get a chance to participate in that, you definitely want to come down and watch. That is a show in itself. You do. You put on a great show.
Thank you.
The Calcutta is insane. I mean, anybody with a couple $100,000 can come in and have some fun.
Oh, Jeebus. So a couple years ago, pre-COVID, there was a token of the year where we had 35 weeks of normal fall league season in here. Of those 35 weeks, we had 20 odd weeks where we had either a special event, a tournament, you guys. I mean, at one point in the year we had, then it all got canceled, COVID, right? We had a Big Swiss, we had the PWBA Regional, we had Women's State Tournament coming in, we had another one of our own tournaments coming in. I mean, there's a lot going on if you know where to look, right? Especially up here, mom and pops, Highland Park lanes.
The bowling proprietors, that's where their expertise comes in.
Right.
They know their customers.
Yep. And I was super fortunate because I was raised around this.
Sure.
All of my predecessors and all of my bosses before me, bowling centers that are run by league bowlers or tournament bowlers are way more successful, right? And I don't mean to say that a suit and tie doesn't know what he's doing spraying shoes, but most suit and ties don't know how to spray shoes. And that's just the way it is. We got Mr. Jimenez right here in front of us. He goes open, double, spare strike. Looking to spare up here on this lane number 6. Big Mikey O over on lane number 5. He's working on an open. I've got Ms. Bang here in front of me. She's working on a strike. Michael Cowan, he's bookended a couple spare strikes with some opens in there. Who else is around us? PD over on lane number 4. He just puts 10 in the pit. Mr. Dylan over on lane number 3. Ooh, there's a freaking buried 7-pin. That ain't fun. That's not fun. Mr. Poole over on lane number 9. He's working on a couple strike spare combinations. He's starting to get deep in there. He's got a late 10, kicks a 10 out. Billy Clarkin over on lane number 12. He is currently out of screen. He starts this game spare 6 in a row. He just smashed a 9-pin in the 7th frame, I believe, or 8th frame.
Ow.
Yeah. All right, BK over on lane 6. He's going to get that right. It's going to wiggle on him and never return. That's a washout. Good spare on lane 5 by Mike Lowe. Miss Bang on lane 7. She's going to pick up her spare. Mr. Tyler Bryant working on a double. He's over on lane number 8 right now. Andrew Stout, lane number 4, working to pick up his spare. He chops. That's his first open of the game. I got a full rack 5.
Yeah, Ricky's going to see if he can get lucky and reset it without having to call the back.
Hey, Warner, Rob. I wasn't sure if the mechanics logged in or not. Back there watching. He will be here in a second. BK, wonderful spare conversion there on the washout.
What I like about this kid, he does not give up. He's
shoot.
a pit bull.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is.
for sure. For sure.
I mean, he could absolutely have the worst game in his life, but don't count him out.
Jimenez with the closer.
Yeah.
Here's PD over on lane number 3. Looks like he's still got his game breaker 4 in his hand. We got Jason Schmidt up on lane number 6. I don't know what he's throwing right now. We'll find out in a minute. It's dark. That's a lazy 10 pin there. Oh, what? A timeless is what he's got? All right, Jason Schmidt's throwing a timeless. I had to get the ball fairy, whispered it in my ear. Here's Cowan over on lane 7. He strikes. He's after a back-to-back opens. Not so fun there. Mr. Schwartz, he's working on a clean game. He's over on lane number 9 right now. Kevin Maloney looking to pick up his spare over on lane 11, 12. Schwartz comes up a little light, leaves himself a 2-pin down lane. Mr. Stout over on lane number 3. He puts 10 back. There's Montoya. He's got a split, and he looks at it confused.
Oops. Banked it. Oh, and he got a break.
No comment. I just let all the coaches behind me coach, and I just sit down here and hang out. I just tell you what's going on around us. Nobody asked me for any coaching tips. Even though I told you guys all how to play this pattern earlier. During game 1, we talked about hang right and surface, and this place just plays slick, right? So when I see a bunch of shiny balls for practice on a fresh oil pattern, you know, just doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay. Doesn't have to make sense to me. Oh my lord, there's a 7-10 laugher.
That's the other thing now. Now we're talking about how they've opened up, and now whether we stripped and oiled them. Now this is the pattern that's fresh. They're coming on, and this is what it is. What are you going to do with it?
Right.
And like you said, normally the next step for a league bowler or a tournament player is, do I have the correct equipment in my arsenal? What do I need? Do I have everything I could possibly use? And when something changes, do I have the ability to get the proper ball and go make a shot?
Right.
And that's where you guys come in.
Right. And that's huge. I mean, I was just talking to one of the kids behind the counter today, and he said, you know, one of my buddies going to give me a ball, and he's just starting, right? So he's only got one ball. Because one of my buddies going to give me a ball, and I got another ball, and I said, all right, so you've got 3 bowling balls. I said, bowling balls are a lot like cars. And if you didn't learn how to drive that car properly early, right, if you didn't get that Civic, and Dad didn't teach you how to drive it, and all of a sudden I'm going to get you a Corvette with a freaking stick, and you think you're going to get out of our driveway without smoking our clutch, well, same thing goes with the bowling ball, right? And it's hard for people to understand that, you mean I can't throw my favorite ball, my new $200 ball, every single pattern on every single day of the week? It's just not the way it works. It's not realistic, right? In today's environment, oil on the lanes is much like the weather outside, right? I can see that it's nice, but I can't feel that it might be 50 or 40 degrees, especially in Colorado. And you don't know if it's going to be sunny or rainy or snowy in a 24-hour period. When you come into bowl, you're bowling an invisible object, the oil. And you don't know if it's going to be sunny, rainy, windy, stormy, Sahara, blizzard, right? It's up to the bowling ball and you, the driver of that vehicle, to figure out, what am I looking at that day? When you go bowl league, yes, it will always be 75 and sunny, and you can drive any car you want that day. But when you come to a tournament like today and you're bowling on the 42-foot US Open PTQ jobber jabber jibber jabber, chances are you're not going to be able to drive your favorite car. And that's why we bring multiple bowling balls to a tournament, because you never know what the weather's going to be like or what the environment's going to be like. Here it's slick, always slick. Mike Cowan over on lane 7, he's picking up his spare. That's his first shot in the 10th. He's going 150 on a mark. BK, he opens up in the 8th. He can go 190 on a punch here.
If he can do that, that's a hell of a save.
Yeah, yeah,
Because he's really fishing right now.
yeah. 5 and 6 seem to be a little bit of hook over under is what the kids call it.
That's a good shot.
And leaves himself a shaker 10 down lane. There's Schmidt over on lane 6. That's straight up 10. Couldn't have rolled over the arrow any straighter. But again, big difference there. I mean, Schmidt going straight up the boards. You see BK, his rev rate and his tilt's a lot higher, of course, but he's a little deeper. He's trying to angle it. Two different worlds. Two different worlds. I got a pin in the curtain on 3D. Cowan, in the meantime, he's going to come up just a little light there, leave himself a 10 pin again. He's going to 151. I did not get to see Clarkin's finish over there on 11 and 12. Had to be big. We are coming to the end of 2. They'll bowl one more. What's our cut looking like? What are we doing after this, Nick? Cut to the top 5?
Yeah, we'll make a cut to the top 5. We have 24 semifinalists. So basically, 1 in 5 are going to make the finals. I like those odds. And even though they're tough, nobody right now is really out of it.
No.
Whereas before, when this pattern opened up, yeah, if you weren't driving,
Yeah.
you don't have enough accelerator
No.
to catch these guys. But now everything's kind of averaged out. But
So-
like I said, you'll see this get better
Oh, yeah.
as they bowl on it.
So these guys bowled their morning squad today. They had about 37 guys. I want to say it was 2 to 4 guys per pair. No, it was all ABs, C's, and D's. So we had 3s and 4s all morning.
Threes and fours, yeah.
Then they bowled another squad after that. Same thing. We did not re-oil. So that second squad at noon got the leftovers. A little bit of open up. So these guys are now all bowling on this fresh again. And we talked about we're going to see lots of 210s and buckets and washouts until they start opening them up. A lot of 3 counts right. I mean, Schwartz just freaking whiffed it right. Leaves himself a 110. Because they're just now, they're opening. And if you move to a pair where a bunch of guys played straight or vice versa, a bunch of guys were in deep doing opposite of you, good Lord, the lanes are going to look completely opposite of what your mind's eye sees.
And again, years ago, and I don't see a lot of these guys doing it. Obviously, they haven't bowled tournaments consistently like the regionals or the tour, but we always made it a point we knew what pair we were moving to. We would make sure one of our guys was down there almost scoping that pair out.
Always.
Who's on it? Where are they playing? What are they using? So in our minds when we get there, we already have a game plan.
Right? Years ago, I went to the Masters. And this is back when I was actually a bowler. And on day 1 and 2, right, most proprietors, shoe sprayers aren't bowlers anymore. But on day 1 and 2, day 1, you're just in shell shock, right? It's like, geez, there's freaking Belmo and there's Pete Weber and blah, blah, blah. But then day 2, you kind of start figuring out what you're doing. Well, by day 3, if you've got an extra set of eyes, which I didn't out there, I finally got to the point where my pair was about 2 frames ahead of where I was always going. And you can go scope and or scout where you're going, right? And if you can find somebody on that pair in front of you that bowls like you, that plays the same part of the lane as you, I mean, they don't have to have the rev rate and the RPM axis, any of that jazz. Just, does my ball look like it could play that part of the lane? And if so, is that person striking? And if they're not, what can I do to improve what that person is doing at the time, right? And being you almost needed another set of eyes. You needed
Yes.
a coach always on the go with you.
Yes.
You know, and if I was to go do that ever again, you just got to do that. I mean, you cannot go out there blind because you're losing pins to the guys that have those eyes.
You have to take a guy that knows your game, and you have to take a guy that you trust. Now, what he tells you is you go, okay,
Yep.
I believe what he's telling me. He knows my game. He knows what I'm doing. Whether it's pull out a different ball, move it a different spot, and yeah, that means so much. And a lot of the players don't even think about that. When on these tougher patterns, they need to see where these guys in front of them are playing,
Right.
so that they can either open it up or avoid a certain area that the oil's pushed to.
Right.
Even if it's a buddy there sitting behind the pair that they're going to be going to, say, hey guys, this guy's doing this guy's piping urethane, here
Right.
or whatever.
Oh, BK. That's all right, Phil Ball.
But
That's exactly what you need to do, right? And you don't need that guy to go watch the whole freaking game.
Oh, no.
Right? Give me the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Right? If you can't learn what's going on in 4 frames on the pair you're going to shoot, if you can't learn it in the 9th and 10th as a bowler, and I feel sorry for your bowling eyes, but that's why we have these coaches that can go around and say, yo, you're going to need to move 3 and 2 on this pair you're going to because old boy was throwing some charcoal down there. So, or vice versa, I just watched these goons throw urethane up 7 for a full game, right? So in which case you'll be evaluating your process, whatever it is. Again, we got some rotating here. I'm going to go refill the water bottle.
Yep.
Nick's going to hang out with you. I'll be RB. What's Warner got going on over there? Huh? Warner,
we have to wake
do we
him
have any questions? Do we have any comment? What's going on, buddy?
The only question I have is, one question for a person was, what is ABT, how can they join, and how long has it been in existence?
That's my man Nick. I'll tell you about shoe spray.
Well, the Amateur Bowlers Tour started in California. It was modeled after the PBA. It was actually called the Amateur Bowlers Tour of California. It's a amateur handicap tournament club. And what we try to do, especially nowadays, is put you on different patterns and kind of teach you the different idiosyncrasies of the game. It's for league bowlers. So if you're in a house and the only thing you've ever bowled on is quote a house shot, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to see what happens on other stuff and how your game really is, we have the people to help you take the next step. And it's a lot of fun on top of it. It started in 1976 in Denver, Colorado, where I'm situated at. We were the first branch of the Amateur Bowlers Tour outside of California. They had Orange County, they had San Francisco, they had San Diego, they had Sacramento. This was the first branch out of California, and we started bowling here in 1982. So we're the oldest one outside of the 3 or 4 that originally started in California. The oldest one that's not in California. It's a lot of fun. Different bowling center every week. It's for league bowlers. Basically, we tell them 225 and under sport adjusted. There's 2 divisions, a classic division, a masters division. Our classic division is for bowlers 189 and under. Our Masters division is for bowlers 190 to 225. Both are handicapped at 70% at 225. And again, we will sport adjust your highest average in the last 3 years to get you competitive right when you start. We actually bowl 51 weeks out of the year. Either we're in Denver or we're in Las Vegas bowling nationals. Normally we're in Las Vegas at the South Point Bowling Stadium. 3 to 4 times a year, depending on if they have the Open for the USBC or the ladies or some other big event like the military. We will try to get in there at least three times and hopefully 4 times a year. If you're in the Denver metro area, most of the bowling centers have our schedules, our applications. If they don't, you can drop me a line at my ABT main number, which is 303-422-0190. Or if you want to contact me directly, my cell phone is 303-903-1863. And the other thing I tell people is if you say, "Oh, I'm not that good enough. I'm really not that good." Guess what? Last week in our regional, I had an 80-year-old man that averages 150 win $10,000. It can happen. If you're on, you're on. If you're over average, you're going to make some money. Whether you're a 150 average bowler or you're a 210 average bowler. That's handicap. That's what levels the playing field. If you're unsure whether you want to try it, you know what? Find out where we're at. Like next week, we're at Crown Lanes in Denver on South Federal, right behind Abraham Lincoln High School. Following week, we're at Holiday Lanes at Colfax and Kipling in Lakewood. Come in and watch. Our qualifying squads are on Saturday and Sunday morning. Our semifinals and finals are Sunday afternoon and evening. And come on down and watch. Ask questions. See what's going on. And if you come into this Gracie Bowling Center with Zach Enders, and we're not happen to be here, he will inform you about anything there is to different tournaments, not only mine, but other tournaments in the area. Because the bottom line is, we want you to enjoy the sport. Whether it be with me, whether it be with him. And don't forget, bowling proprietors are putting on individual events for you, the league players, all the time. All you have to do is ask or look at the counter, see their flyers, and find out what's going on. They'll be glad to help you out.
I know a lot of your viewers here are all in the tabloids as well. When I say tabloids, come on, put it together. But I mean, even in the tabloids, there's multiple groups of social media on Facebook of the Colorado Bowling Group. It used to be the CSBT Facebook page, ja. You can go in there damn near every single week and find a tournament somewhere, right? So if you're jonesing and you don't want to come out and see Nick, because these guys are here, they do something every weekend. You can go bowl an ABT every single weekend. But if that's not your flavor and you want something else, good Lord, there's something always going on. I mean, every Friday, Arapahoe does their Friday night eliminator deal. I want to say down in
Holiday runs.
Holiday
no
does the
tap
9-pin no
events.
taps. We do our sweeper series, but that only goes September through March. We usually take tournaments off in the summertime just because we're busy.
The bottom line, there's a lot to be said.
So I had somebody ask me a question on the chat here, and they want to know about topography, lanes, this, that, and yes, every building has their topography issues. For example, lane 1 in here usually is 2 to 3 more boards of hook than lane number 2, right? And it usually is even more as the day goes on, the tournament builds in, the pattern gets broken down. And that's just pure topography. Lanes 15 and 16 in here. There's a little bit of hang on one lane, a little bit of hook on the other. I can't tell you which one that is because that's my secret, not yours. 3 and 4. Lane 3 has a little bit of an extra hook compared to lane number 4, right? Topography in every building is always going to be different. When I say topography, that's the levelness, that's the flatness of the lanes or lack thereof. When you go out to Reno and you go bowl the Masters last year, one of my buddies, Chris Martinez, they gave him a lane-by-lane topography book, and it showed you what the topography was on every single lane in that building, whether it be heavy left, heavy slope right, whatever it was, so that when you got to that pair, it wasn't blinds man bluff. Because as a proprietor or any bowler will tell you, there's no 2 lanes in the building that play the same. I don't care if you're on 5 and 6 or 15 and 16 or whatever you're the pair itself. You can oil them the same. They will not play the same.
Very subtle in most cases. Too.
Very subtle. I mean, sometimes it's a lot of difference. Sometimes it's a little difference.
Carry and non-carry.
Yeah, right. And sometimes you'll see these guys. Oh, I shot 300 with ball A on lane whatever and ball B on lane whatever. Well, there's a topography issue, right? You need a solid ball on one lane and a pearl ball on the other. That's That's
happens.
bowling. That's
Yep.
bowling.
Yep.
Right? Smart guys figure it out. The other guys, that's just another level of education that they'll cross when they get that bridge.
Or they'll ask the question, why?
Yes.
Why did he do that?
Yes.
Why is he getting that reaction? And we go in and explain it to him, and like you just said. A lot of times they won't believe it, though.
No.
It can't play that much different.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, I had a gentleman from Omaha get in the chat room, and he was a lifetime member of the Nebraska division. And at one time, we ran the Nebraska division in the early 90s. Actually, Rick Whitmarsh was my director out in Omaha. His office used to be out of King Louis Rose Bowl, which is no longer there. But he's a lifetime member. He says, basically, if I make the trek down, can I participate? Absolutely. Lifetime member for us is a lifetime member.
Yep.
So you don't have to pay any dues. But since you've been gone for quite a while, we'll look at your averages like we do a new member and give you the sport adjusted average to start. And we get you going.
I like it. Looks like you got some game scores here, buddy.
The scores are going up.
We kind of predicted this, right? Billy
Yep.
Clarkin goes 226 scratch. Ponce 222. Michael Oddson 2-0. Jimenez 2-0. Sloan 2-0. Philip David 2-0. And then 190s galore. Good gravy.
Yeah.
180, 190.
It's a grind right now.
It's a grind fest. Looking at just high qualifiers, kind of looking at the board here. It looks like Ponce is going to be good. Clarkin's going to be good. Kyler Bryant, 215, 190. Jimenez, 180, 2-0. Oddson's going to be okay. Montoya, 190, 190. Kind of give you an idea of what we're seeing numerically.
And this is with handicap.
Yeah.
So just so you know, folks. But that's cool. It's going to be a shootout.
Yes, it will. This game's going to mean something for a lot of these boys. Really, he said there's 5 moving on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 pairs running. So realistically, one guy out of each pair is kind of what you're looking at. It's press the gas time, if you know what that is. Press the gas, turn your focus up, whatever you do.
ABT boys, there are your second game side top winners and your cut after game 2. Place with 249, Michael Oddson. Winning your second side top with 250, Bill Clarkin. Your leader after 2 is plus 88. Your cut plus 59. Plus 59 after 2.
So you just heard Nick there, 88 and 59. That is with handicap, right? With handicap. I don't know what any of these guys' handicaps are. I got a good idea of who's scratch in single digits, but I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50. I can guess. I'm a pretty good guesser, I've been told, but let's do a quick little recap. A lot of these guys are in the 4th and 5th frame already. Philip David, he goes open, spare, strike. Dylan right next door, he goes open, 3-bagger. Right next door to him, Jimenez, 4-bagger, spare. Jason Schmidt, lots of spares, 1 strike in that combination. I got Ponce, he's over on lane number 11. He goes turkey, spare, strike. He's getting up for his 6th frame. Lots of red circles. Red circles are bingo. Bingo ain't good. Going to my left, Billy Clarkin, he is not having a good game this game. He goes through 5 frames, 3 opens, 2 marks. He just had your high game. He probably was your leader. So we might be getting a little tighter here. Dylan goes through the face, leaves himself a 3-pin. Schmidt, he leaves himself a 10-pin. Ponce looking to pick up a 10-pin. PD, he's got himself a 3-pin. Mr. Robert, that's a double over there on lanes 3 and 4. He goes strike, spare, open, double. All right, Dylan picks up his spare. Here's Stout. Stout's getting up over on lane number 7. Cowan over on lane 11. He has 1 open through 6 frames. Stout was out of Brooklyn. 10 is 10. Here's Hiley. He's on lane number 8. He starts this game open spare turkey. He's looking for some love. He's going to leave himself. He gets it out. Yeah. Got a score change on 8. Score change on 8 back office. Full rack on 8.
Help getting it to the right. So I'm where I would be. It's just like 2 boards left down where I want to. So like this little breeze.
Had to do a little side coach in there. We'll take that out of his winnings. All right, we got PD over on lane number 8 right here. Jimenez, he just rings a 10 over on lane number 10. Thank you very little. Whoa, talk to me.
I didn't even know they fucking made it. Parker just showed it. Jason Belmonte just posted it. I'm like, damn, I would love to have that one. Ever since I got that highlight, I'm storm all the way. First of all.
Cody. He just tripped that.
Oh my god.
He just tripped that out, and he tripped it out again.
Slap it off.
By all means,
Slap it off.
someone tell him to move 2 and 1. Someone tell him to move 2 and 1. I think Clarkin was in the lead, but he's having a bad game over here on lanes 3 and 4. I don't know what. I don't know who's in the lead.
I just wanted my mullet to be on the TV screen.
Jesus. Oh, my Lord. All right, we got PD right here in front of us. He's on lane 7. He's working on his strike. And he goes through the face. Something tells me this pair in front of us might be breaking down a little bit. We got Schmidt. He's jumping over here on lane number 10. He's clean through 7, working on a strike. He goes ring 10. Dylan leaves himself a 3-pin. There's Big Robert over on lane number 4. He's all working on an open. Camacho right there on 5. Big Robert goes through the face. He's going to trip out 10. We got Mr. Ross Kelly. He's up on lane number 3. He's working on a chop suey. Scott Sloan rings the 10. Mr. Montoya, lane 2. He's going to trip out the 10 late. Ponce leaves himself a 9-pin. Here's BK. And Hiley. Oh, Hiley dropped that one. That's not going to trip out the 4-pin. That's a better stroke by Stout. Just rings the 10 as well. Hiley going to pick up his spare. He's making a run at it with those trip 4s he had. It's a good game he's got in front of us. They are opening up a little bit here. You can tell I'm seeing a little bit more extra carry. There's Schmidt. He's pointing left. He goes Brooklyn. All right, we got Ross Kelly getting up on lane 4. PD's up on lane number 8. Ross Kelly trips out the 10. Ball deflected a little bit. PD, almost the exact same look. He leaves the 7. Montoya over on lane 1. Flags it to the righty. 2-8-10s it down there. That's not so good. Clarkin strikes. He needs that. He's not having a very good game here. Pretty sloppy in the very front of that game. Lots of bingo numbers. There's Mr. Camacho. He's getting up for his 5th frame. He's got an open in the 3rd.
That's cool. That's excellent. Smart guy. Yeah, lucky guy, but that's okay.
Meantime, over on 9 and 10, Jimenez. He's putting the gas on right now. Front 4, couple spares, double going into the 10th. BK, he's working on a turkey going into the 9th. Telling you, they say cream rises. I've heard the same thing about talent.
Yes,
Maloney, he picks up his single pin down lane. He's working on 130 in the 9th. Sparrow and in the 10th. Stout comes up just a little bit quick right there. He leaves himself a 6-10 down lane. BK, there's a 4-bagger. Mr. Jimenez working on a double over on lane 9. Got that closer pearl in his hand still. There's a 4-9 out the back door. Mr. Hiley's punching one over on lane number 7. Telling you, gas is on, folks. Gas is on. Ooh, there's a chop suey. Every pin counts right now. Every pin counts. PD leaves himself a 4-pin in the 9th frame. He kind of needed that. Scotty Sloan getting up. He's Dutch through 5 over on 5. Jimenez still working over here. 250 with the double right here for Jimenez. There's another one. There's another one. Poole over on lane 2. He goes 10 in the pit. He's working on about 4, 5, 6. He can go 230 this last game on a punch. Maloney, he's going to go 170 on a punch. Billy Clarkin's going to give them all back right here. He's going to shoot 150. A lot of leaderboard swapping right now. A lot of motion. A lot of motion going on. Here's Jimenez's last ball. Phil ball. There's 10. Look at him, Mad Dog USA. Oh, buddy, I'd go over and give him 5, but I don't want my chest cavity caved. There's Hiley still punching. Starting to see some fireworks, kids. Starting to see some fireworks.
Nice. Great ball, Sharon.
All right, so here comes BK. BK's on a runner right now. He can go 240. He's on your far right screen. He's going to come up. Oh, leaves himself a 9 count. Better not split right there. So 4-pin, the best he can go now. 8-0, 220.
Oh, I want his one.
Cody, go buy yourself a scratch ticket for shit's sake. Good Lord, 240 with some lumber here. Scotty Sloan, 9 count down lane after his double. Broke that Dutch streak and he still can't crip it out. All right, 238 from Mr. Hiley. 214 for BK. He must have whiffed his 9 count.
Good job, Rusty.
Wait. chest because you concave my chest cavity.
Bowling balls just double.
Well, I told on air, I said I don't want to give him 5 because he might bear hug me and cave in my chest cavity.
I was feeling it. I had my inner Zach interest.
See, he knows I don't bowl anymore, so I
Don't
had to
forget
give
what he's taught you. He's looking. He's looking.
And that is what you get right there with some Jimenez Jonesed up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Dylan right here in front of us. He can punch for 2-0. PD, he can punch for 190. Meantime, Ross Kelly, he's going to go 172 over on 3 and 4. A lot of flip-flopping right here, guys. A lot of flip-flopping. This is going to be an interesting game. I'll be curious to see who gets in. All right. Mr. Dudek, he's going to get trippy right there. There's the double. Here's Mr. Camacho. He can go 230. All right.
All you got to do is get in the show. That's all you got to do.
Punch for right there. I'm telling you, a lot of moving going around. Here's Camacho's look in the 6 or on lane 6. Poole over on lane 2.
I'm thinking you better.
Poole goes 10 back. Camacho leaves in 9 count. So that's a turkey for Poole on lane 2. Looks like Schwartz is going to go 250 this game. He's on lane 1. So Poole can go 230. Schwartz can go 250. I'm good. Yeah. I can do this all day.
We know.
This is nothing. They wanted to know if I was okay, if I needed a break. Come on now. Come off it. Where do you think Sean Patrick got his freaking tutelage? All right, Schwartz over on 1 and 2. He's going to punch out 258. That's a number. Poole, he washes out. Yes, he can go as 210 and change. He gets 3 of them. There's 218 for Poole. Telling you, lots of 2-0s. 2-0s, 2-10s, 2-teens. These boys on 5 and 6 are our last pair right here. Hey, director, can I get a single on a 5 and 6, please? It's our last pair running. I don't need to see these dead pairs. We got Scotty Sloan sitting here. We got Camacho. These guys are all on runs, too. Miss Sharon Coleman's on this pair, and Dudek. So here is Scotty Sloan. He's going to punch right there. That's a double for him going into the 10th. Scotty Sloan might be one of the finer players in Northern Colorado that most people don't know about. There's Camacho looking to get his spare down lane. He's still good. He can go 210 on a punch. Here's Dudek. He's working on a turkey right now. Again, we're cutting to the top 5. These top 5 will go into a step ladder. Dudek, good Lord. That's the bucket that crumbles. Here's Miss Sharon Coleman. She's working on a turkey. I'm telling you, numbers galore. Big up to my man PD for bringing me that green tea today. That was money in the bank. A little 5-7 down lane, just got lazy. That ball never turned over. There's Dudek for his second ball in the 10. Wastes no time. There's a flat 10. That's 6-pin later, right in the gutter. I didn't say slow. That was guest commentator Rob. Sharon needed it right there, and she's going to walk away. 170. She got some sticks, so she'll be all right. Dudek for his spare. That's 2-teen and change, 214. All right, so we got Camacho and Sloan to finish up here, and then we will be making a cut to our top 5. Do me a favor, if you have not already done so, on the magical YouTube, press the thumbs up button for the Neo Prism. If you're doing the old Facebook tabloid baloney jabroni, give them the old thumbs up there. Give them a thumbs up on both. You know, I mean, good Lord, the guy had triple camera going on. He had quadruple camera. He showed us the thing oil pattern. Scotty Sloan gives himself a 6-count down or 6-pin down lane. He couldn't get the magical carry that everyone else gets.
Most of the time he does.
Wow. Would you agree that Scotty Sloan is one of the finer players in Northern Colorado that most people don't know about?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
The only reason I know about Scott is because I've known him.
Yeah, I mean, hello, I've been here for 24 years, so I've seen Scotty Sloan bowl a tournament or 3 here.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy comes up, he just makes cuts. He just makes cuts. You know, I mean, if you're a bowler, you got to start at making cuts. Right? You need the experience. There's no doubt in my mind. Experience is the number one factor. But you know what? If you can't make a cut, you're just donating. All right? Cuts mean you're making money. They're paying you to bowl. They're paying your gas. However you look at it. I mean, that's where you got to be.
You're not going to do it every week. But
No, but-
we want you to be what we call a regular casher.
Yes.
Because your game might not match up to some of the patterns and you're going to struggle. There's others where you're going to light it up and you're going to go, oh, dude, I wish I was on this every week.
Yeah, no doubt. Scotty
The
Sloan
key
finishes
is,
there.
oh, yeah, it doesn't matter what we put Scott on.
No, good God. Good Lord.
He's just a player.
Yeah. Last player here, Mr. Camacho. Super washout. He's going to be about
He's still got
187.
180 or 196, I think. And not bad, all things considered.
So we're going to cut to our top 5. Do we take a small break here, there, Rob Warner? They're all giving me the heads up. All right, so we're going to take a small break, get refills, give you a top 5, and then,
We'll be
man,
in.
oh man, we're going to be back for the main show.
Yep.
mind going up to the foul line real quick so everybody can take a look at you, take pictures, sign autographs, do whatever you need to do.
I'm on time and a half.
Oh, we are back live. So this is the first match. We have Mr. Dylan versus Mr. Ricky Jimenez. Dylan Charbonneau was plus 75 after the cut. Ricky was plus 94. Ricky had a huge last game to make it in there. Plus 258 his last game. 258, I should say, a solid 258. I got Nolan in the booth with me. Nolan bowled today. What'd you think, bud?
I think I should have stayed home.
Should have stayed home, he says.
That's what I think.
Okay, well, honesty is the best. Jimenez looking down lane, he's got himself a 3-9-10 conversion. He was the higher seed. He elected Dylan to go first today, which means Dylan will also finish first.
He wiggled it.
He did wiggle it. They bowled on the 42-foot U.S. Open PTQ 1 today. 4, either way. It was a 42-foot down oil pattern. A little bit of hang to the right. These guys had a fresh oil pattern to start this second round here. They're now bowling on whatever they had left over from this squad, or from that semifinal round. Jimenez is second frame.
So Dylan's getting 16, right?
16 pins. 20
20 pin
pins.
advantage.
20?
20 pin advantage.
Ricky gets 18, Dylan gets 38.
Okay. So Dylan's got a spare strike combo on him to start the match. Ho-hum. Ho-hum.
And again, for those of you just tuning in, Nolan Carruthers, the infamous color man, and myself, Nicholas Horse, is still here after 30-some years, but we're pleased to have with us Zach Enders, general manager, proprietor, ball drilling extraordinaire.
He does it
from
all.
HighlandPark Lanes up here in Greeley. Beautiful bowling center.
Thank you.
Zach, I cannot stop talking about your staff, your mechanic, the cleanliness, the friendliness. You gotta love, people gotta love bowling here. If they don't love bowling here, they shouldn't be bowling at all. No, I'm serious. You got everybody spoiled up here.
Thank you. And we had talked about this during the semifinals too, that, you know, you get a bowling center that's run by bowlers, you know what? It is going to be a little bit better. Not saying that suit and ties don't know what they're doing, but most suit and ties don't know how to spray shoes. That's just the fact of the matter.
The biggest difference, I can come back here 8 years from now, you're still going to be here.
Well, yeah, I may look a little older. I may have 2 or 3 gray hairs instead of 1, but yeah.
It's that big one though.
It's a big one right in the middle. That's why I spike my hair so you can't see all that garbage. Dylan starting off strong right here. Good Lord. He goes strike, spare strike. Jimenez open strike. Jimenez coming up for the third frame. Ricky came up to northern Colorado about 2 years ago out of Texas. One of them Texas boys. Stars are big and bright at night. He came in here just looking to bowl, and the kid is a bowler. He loves the game, grinds the game, sweats it out in here. When he comes in to bowl, it's not like he'll text me and say, yo, can I get some oil down? And it isn't like a 20, 30-minute deal. This guy comes in here and puts in 2-3 hours at a time. Loves it. Loves it.
Does he live up on this end?
He lives up
He
in
lives in,
LaSalle.
Kersey.
Kersey, yeah, Kersey. LaSalle, it's all same. Boots and mud. Dust and mud, buddy. There's Ricky's fourth frame, working on a double. Sweet. Look at this slapper. He's throwing a radical closer that he had just cleaned up before the semifinals. I know that because I was in the shop when he walked by me. Dylan, I talked to Dylan during qualifying early today. He bowled both squads late, right? Early end, second set. During the first set, I'm watching him, and notoriously this building on fresh just doesn't like pearl. Doesn't like shine, especially when you add 42 foot of oil. And he was down there throwing some shine. This thing actually was his ball. And I went down there and qualifying. I said, Dylan, I've watched bowling balls roll down these lanes for my life. And you're not going to get away with throwing shine on the fresh. You just can't. Get to something dull, throw shine as the day goes on. Whether he took my advice or not, I don't know, but he's standing here and I'm sitting over here. So
Watching him. Yeah.
Maybe I should have gone down and told Nolan what to do.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work.
All right, ball kind of quit down lane, touched a little bit of that carry down. That thing stopped and didn't want to turn over. That's his first open at the match. Usually when you let Jimenez have an inch, pick up the pace.
He's on a double now.
Yeah, pick up the pace. Jerky. He's on a turkey. I got I got some of my check. If you guys are starting to check in and you're watching from all over the nation, I got all kinds of friends. I got some boys down in Texas right now. Mr. Kit March and his wife Carrie are tuning in. Appreciate you guys watching down there. My boy Chris Lawson, big lefty down in Denver. He's checking in. My boys at Holiday Lane, Schaefer and those friends, they're checking in on us. Great look by Dylan right there. Good rebound after that open. Jimenez working on a turkey. The one thing I will say about Jimenez that I like right now is he's keeping the ball in front of him. Right? He's not leaking it right, he's not leaking it left. He is firm and he is direct.
And when he does all three of those things, he's almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
He does have a tendency to open up sometimes or leak the ball right.
Yeah. He and I have
for the
worked on
most
some
part,
things with
for
that.
the most part, you're seeing when
Firm.
Ricky's on. and
Firm.
Ricky's on. So,
Ricky has a tendency that every once in a while that left shoulder will start to open up a little bit early in his third, fourth step, which if you start opening your left shoulder too early, that's like a pitcher or a quarterback starting to throw before they're ready to throw the ball.
Yep.
Right? Your body, half the body's opening up, the other half still got a ball behind your ass. That's a good look. Right? I mean, super firm, super direct, body stays parallel. What more do you need?
well, he needs to learn how to make spares.
At least
not
convert
leaving
his, at least convert his splits.
And he nearly did convert it. He wiggled it.
Yeah, that 3-9-10, remember that? Wiggled that 9.
Oh,
Good shot.
a little slapper right there. Ball deflected to the right, going through the pin deck. I'm a huge proponent of watching the ball through the 8-9, right? We talked about it a little bit in game one. If I don't see the ball split in the 8-9, if I see it driving through the 8, chances are it's driving too much. And if it's going through and hitting the 9 and deflecting to the right, you may want to move your feet right because the ball's energy needs to square up all the time. Splitting the 8-9 is perfect ball energy. This is a perfect camera angle to see that too, especially down the bottom right. Get to see where is my ball exiting the back of the pin deck, right? It's not, pay attention. Yeah, we throw it 60 feet away from us, but those last 5 to 6 feet when the ball's going through pins, you will learn more than you will from the front foul line to the arrows because we can't read that fast. Your eye can't pick up a ball that fast. You can lie to yourself and think it can. That's direct. All right, that ball deflected right, leaves himself a 2-pin. It's just, what do they say, Nolan? No drive, no.
No drive, no 5.
That's right.
No beer.
No beer. No beer. Your third seed today, Mr. Heath Schwartz, also a little no-co kid, bowls over in Loveland, warming up on lanes 3 and 4 today. He had a great back set. He was plus 111 with handicap. So he's got a good look on this fresh pattern right now.
Boy, just enough.
Thank God we just put those pins in.
Ricky going for 6 in a row. Got a great look.
Good job, man.
Got a great look. That's money.
He's talking. He's talking. He's talking.
When he starts intermingling languages, I know that he's really well.
You start hearing Spanish, and me respond. Just turn your teleprompters down.
Yeah.
Well, I know Poggy's watching, Nolan.
Yeah, Poggy, he's always watching. Bacon brownies and watching.
He's thinking about
all kinds of sweets, doesn't he?
Yeah, he lives on them.
Good Lord.
He's thinking about coming out in September.
Him in his 8th frame. He got lazy. He got lazy. All right.
Good run.
This is what we saw today, though. Remember, we saw if you leaked a little right, it was that 210, it was that 2810, 24810 bucket, washout, super washout. I mean, these 5 to 6 combinations either told you I had the look today or what the heck am I doing? Give me the backup ball.
Well, for count. Oh, boy.
All right. All right. All right, so Ricky's 180. He can go 240 still. Dylan can go 210 plus his handicap. Is the handicap built in right here?
He needs help.
Yeah, he needs a lot of help right now. He needs to put some pressure on the big dog.
Well,
That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it.
Ricky's won a title with me, but I can't remember where.
I didn't think he had.
Yeah, he's got one about 2 years ago.
Dylan has to have this shot right here.
Oh, yeah.
This is a must. This is a must. If you don't do this, Ricky's going to cruise control
Yeah.
to the next game.
Maybe.
I need a little help. I need a little bit of help there. Well, that's
Dylan, yeah, that
That one's
seals
pretty
Dylan's
much
fate.
closed that deal.
Yeah.
yeah, that 190 punch on the 210 with his handicap. You know, that's not so fun. That's not so fun. But it's bowling. You never know.
Nope.
One never knows. You can't do that though. So now we're at 185 plus his
185 and
handicap
38.
is 2-0. Ricky needs to keep it in front of him.
Yeah.
So 5th place. What's 5th pay today?
294.
294.
5% of the mega pack.
I guess that's not so bad.
Not so bad.
$300 day.
That's 294 more than I got.
What are you trying to say,
I
Nolan?
didn't even catch a bracket.
Whoa.
I didn't catch nothing.
Wow. Hey, I got some lottery
And
tickets.
you know my deal, what I told you. No pay window, I'm out. So it looks like I'm wrapping it up. Today's it.
You have not been shut out in a long time.
2 weeks in a row.
No, that you got nothing?
Well, last week I got a high game. $50.
50.
So that's why.
Isn't that a rapper?
Oh, God. 50 cents?
50, yeah, it is a wrap.
I can't believe you two bedwetters know that.
Yeah. 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg, he's a rapper, right?
Snoop Dogg is a rapper. He's not just a Corona salesman.
That's inside.
Okay. Okay. Jimenez priming for the next game here. Schwartz is in the background watching. How many shots does Schwartz get on each lane here? Two per? Wonderful. Little 220. Ho hum.
Yeah, take that, huh?
Ho hum. That's probably what he weighs, right? If you can just shoot your weight.
One leg.
One leg. Again, I won't say anything to him. I don't. Excuse me, sir. There's a penalty for you're on the clock, sir. $100 fine right now for a ball change. Sure, shot clock. Shot clock. I'm just giving him and him a hard time. He's over. He's over on. He's jacking around, getting his
He's looking for something. He's going to take a
No,
look
actually,
at
he's
something.
doing a smart thing.
He's doing a ball change
I got
here.
a free shot. Let's see
He's
what I
going to
can
jump
do.
into his Brunswick Hero and see what that looks like. In the meantime, Dylan's going to finish up his 10th frame. He's going to leave a 7-pin down lane. Dylan just ran into a buzzsaw.
Yeah, it happens.
You look up and see guys got
That's
6 in a
inside.
row on you. 6 in a row will tell you one thing.
Yeah.
This guy's got a look.
Yeah. 223 and handicap for 241.
Not such a bad number.
It's hard to beat at 241.
Good job, guys. Nick, where's the score sheet?
One goes home 5th place with 5% on Megapod, takes home $294. Ricky Jimenez moves on. Now he's going to take on our 3rd seed, Heath Schwartz, out of Fort Collins. And we've seen Heath before, Nolan, and Heath can play.
Right.
The boy can play.
Mama's boy. Just the ones that listen. Just the ones that listen.
So while he's taking practice, again, he'll get 2 on each lane at a full set. He's higher seated player. He has the choice.
Nice.
He can elect the lead or have his opponent lead.
Jimenez to be our second stair-step finals match. So we'll feature winner of the first match, Ricky Jimenez, taking on our third seed, Schwartz of Fort Collins. Heath is going to have Ricky lead the match, and he's getting up, ready to go. Good luck.
Well, match number 2. Ricky Jimenez gets to move on here. We're going to see him start this match. He's going to end the match then. Whoever starts it ends it.
That's inside.
Yep.
Look at him.
It's not fair.
That's some house love right there. I blame the mechanic, but I just watched the mechanic fill up his water, so there you go. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
So he's giving Schwartz 4.
Is this a 4-pin match here? Is that what this is going on?
Yep.
4-pin.
He gets 4.
Heath gets 4.
That's because 3 of them are bonus. So basically,
If you don't know
their averages
Heath,
are almost identical.
he's a no-co kid. Bowls Fort Collins, bowls Loveland. Hangs out here every once in a while. I want to say he's throwing his forged stills, motive forged. Him and Jimenez are right on top of each other almost inside right now. Looks good. Again, another quick plug for our kids at Neo Prism. Rob Warner and the crew. These guys do a wonderful job. They were here all day today. Wonderful setup. Beautiful look and everything. I mean,
Yes,
cameras, the display. These guys go...
Remember, this is all leased equipment. We don't know how long he's going to have this.
Yeah,
He's got it for the next 2 hours.
Well, it looks like he's got an hour now, so let's get this show on the road.
They see that white van pull up on the side, we're in trouble.
That's right. Here's Schwartz's second frame. This is going through the... Ooh, man. A little heavy there. A
That's
little
set
heavy.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to bank
Yeah.
left.
That's solid ball. He's not going to get an
Yeah.
overreaction down lane, not even from a hybrid. I mean, that thing's going to roll and just kind of quit. If you can square it off right, money in the bank. My phone's blowing up. What's going on here? Jimenez,
Yep.
2 for 2. These kids are on it.
Who's going to back down first?
That's right. Who's going to miss one? They're each playing the lanes right on timing. Great look. Great look.
I don't know. You remember this a couple of years ago? We had Adam Miller
Yeah.
bowling Isaac Hernandez. They both got the front 9. Yeah, it was a tiebreaker because Isaac got needed 8, got 7, or needed 9 and got 8 or something like that. So he tied. So Adam finishes first, shoots 300, and he's got the handicap advantage. So now Isaac can shoot 300 and he's going to lose. And I go, really?
That's a shit way to lose, but
Well, we called the suicide hotline, made him a priority, but he was all right.
Jimenez.
But you don't see that.
No, not anymore. Jimenez just comes across the face a little bit, leaves himself a little 6-pin down lane. Just a little tuggy.
Yeah.
Tugboat wheelie coming through the water. Here's Schwartz's third frame. Nolan, is this your first tournament up here?
No, I pulled the big Swiss up here.
Oh, God, that's right. You did donate. I forgot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
We
no,
appreciate
the first
that.
time I ever bowled it, I actually did very well.
Look at that little side action, man. That 6-pin sidewalled right into the 10.
But you got to understand,
There was a doubles tournament I bowled up here too.
Okay.
I bowled with Daryl Stone.
In a doubles tournament up here?
Yeah. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Oh, it may have been one of our sweepers. Maybe a big Swiss sweeper.
No, it was a doubles
No?
tournament.
It was doubles?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was.
We hold so few tournaments, so I get them lost.
Yeah.
I get them all lost. I get them all lost of what's what. All right, here's Schwartz, clean through 4. Perfect through 3, I should say. Uh-oh. Yeah, I thought that
was
looked
inside from the
that
get-go.
looked a
Yep.
little bit.
Now Heath has shot 300 with me. In
Heath
fact,
has-
I got him a jacket.
Nice. What? I mean, look at this.
Free
You get
advertising.
bowling and baseball at
Right.
the same time. And you know what? It's not Rocky, so I know that
They already
I don't
won.
know. Yeah. No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They
Did
won
they?
today?
3-1.
Oh my God! Are they still playing the ace?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he flagged that baby. You don't want
Let's
to
do
do
that
that.
to Ricky. Oh my God!
Yeah,
We saw what
Ricky's
happened
already
last
up.
match. Ricky's already drooling.
Yep.
That's not what
It's
you
like
need.
giving Zach a free iced tea.
Green.
Green tea. That's
Green
just-
tea. I don't need that ice crap. Give me the green one. No, I need it iced. He goes Brooklyn.
Boy,
Well, I'll tell you what.
yeah. However,
Scoreboard doesn't count pretty. Scoreboard never counts pretty.
Nope. So I tell people, the strike's a strike. It doesn't say it was backdoor. It doesn't
No.
say it was up through the face.
No.
Does nothing.
No. Gotta have a little self-talk after that. Right?
yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to think his last shot before that was that tug through the face.
Yeah.
He leaves a 6-pin. You get up and you go Brooklyn. It's one of two things: either I got to go, or I got to throw it like I know.
like that.
That was
And I think it was a little bit of both. Maybe I got to go, throw it like you know. So that was much better execution there. Nolan, how many titles you got?
12.
What?
I got 12. My 12th 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Or 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks
12?
ago.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've bowled in 12 tournaments.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a dry spell. I didn't win for a while.
Well, he tries to beat himself up.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it.
Oh, good God. Okay, kicks a 9 out, leaves a 4.
Steve Dudek's a finishing carpenter. Of course, he's retired now. Nolan delivers for him. So he pulls into the back. Steve comes out. Nolan misses the step on his truck and bites it. I mean, he's on the ground.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, Steve could have planted him. You know, put some flowers around him. That'd have been the end of it. Poor guy drug him in. You know, it's everything. But he
It was
lucky.
a bad deal.
Yeah, you hurt
break
yourself
some
pretty
stuff?
good.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Good God.
Then
And
I
then,
ended up with blood clots. And
Oh, my.
it was a
And then, well, how long's it been now since you had your rotator cuff surgery? It's got to be close to 10, maybe
About-
longer.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
Man, getting old sounds fun, guys.
Well,
Thanks.
I did that.
It doesn't.
I did that. I was young when I tore my rotator.
Yeah, he
What's
was
young, Nolan?
55.
46. He's got an issue. It's all right.
I think it's called old timers.
Yeah.
Both you bedwetters.
He's got old timers. That's what he's got.
Heath coming
No, I
back
have
strong.
Alzheimer's. You have old timers. There's a difference.
He's older than me and it chaps his ass. But
No, it's-
he's got to deal with it. You just
It's
deal
a
with
couple
it.
months.
You know,
when he,
the
when
whole
he started when he started here, he was trying to tell people he was 50 years old. There was people they were vomiting. They were laughing so hard. They
No,
go,
that's
"Dude,
not
are you
true."
kidding me?
That's not true.
Look on the O's list at the bottom.
Here's Ricky getting up in his
Again.
6th frame. He comes up. Yeah.
So anyway, he's telling people he's 50 years old.
No, I never
Don't look at
told
it.
nothing. You said you're the one that worries
here
about
we go.
So
He
they,
doesn't want anybody to know his age.
they brought me in just so the mean average of this table would drop half.
Significantly.
Yes, by half.
Connie said you're the rose between two thorns.
I might be the rose between two thorns.
Don't
All right,
pick
Jimenez.
it. Off the
Whoa!
wall.
Awful. That's Trick Spare
You
extraordinaire.
gotta have luck.
Trick Spare extraordinaire.
Yes,
I
yeah.
like him.
Ooh,
Hey, I'm a word master.
you're a
What
poet and don't know it.
No, you know. Mr. Jimenez getting up his 7th frame. He's still clean. Double spare, double spare.
Still got ourselves a ball game. Right?
Yeah, we do.
Right.
It's a pretty good game.
Might set. There you go.
Nice.
Woo! Did you see that
He's
message?
got room on the left
It's
side.
okay on the left side.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's
Heath,
close.
yeah, Heath looking the double up right here, getting in his 7th frame.
If I was a betting man, I would say go up to Heath and go, dude.
You want to make some bets?
This is time. No.
You want to do some
No.
betting?
He takes
Listen to
like
these
$5 from me for these ridiculous bets at least once a week. I had to tell my tax accountant I had to claim him as a dependent. Unbelievable.
The Nolan lottery.
But he did. But he didn't pay his last bet.
That's
And he
because I didn't
lost.
bet. He suckers me and he doesn't give me a chance. You know, like bet you the sun comes up tomorrow. Here, give me $5.
It's not quite that bad.
We have Heath getting up for his 8th frame, working on a double.
Come on. Needs it.
Oh, God, that's right.
Hurry.
I saw that up
Yeah,
front.
you did.
You can't do that on this pattern. You cannot miss that far right that early.
There's certain things you can get away with, but
And that ain't one
that
of
ain't
them.
one of them.
No, this is a 5-count extraordinaire here. This is not what you need to be looking at.
Especially on a double.
No. We talked about it earlier in semifinals too, that it's easy to get lazy and miss 2 right, and then all of a sudden the ball does exactly what we just watched, right? You got to get the ball going parallel up the boards. You start getting house shot friendly, well, your leaves will not be friendly. You know, that washout, the super washout, 210, bucket combinations, whatever. You don't want to see that.
And on top of that, it's something you don't want to have to try to make, especially when the pressure's on.
No. So we're watching Jimenez both times on this right lane. He got up on that double. He throws a Brooklyn. He gets up this last time, and he kind of goes through the face, leaves that little half bucket on the right.
He's 3 for 4 on that right lane.
Yeah. The left lane's real money. The right lane, let's see what we're going to do here. We're talking to ourselves for sure. It's parallel. Ooh. Oh, just goes through the face.
Wow. 4, 6, 7.
I almost feel like he moved his feet one right and just tried turning the volume up a little bit, but the volume never got turned up, right? I mean, you watched him get set, and then he did a little wiggle with his feet, which would tell me he just wanted to tone it up one time. Well, now it got real crazy, right? Now we're real. Now we've got like a 2-frame match. 2-frame match with 2. I mean, this is even. This is a strike for show time right here.
Oh, yeah.
This is no longer jacking around.
Yep.
And you two are talking bets. Good God. Jimenez
I like
short-armed it. Short-armed it and spun it. Good God, he hated it, but the bowling gods were lucky there.
Yeah, his little bump in the center is still holding right now, but who knows how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
It's a big shot right here for Heath. It's a big one.
You don't like it.
Bucket. 5-pin. Bucket turned into a 5. I mean, he didn't strike. So you at that point, you're like, I got to get it. I got to get it, because now you're down.
210. Hey, Max is out at 210. Ricky Max is out at 202. He's still in the driver's seat.
What do we got here? Ricky, 62 strike. So what can Ricky have? Ricky can have 222. And Heath can go 210. What's Heath got? 3.
You're talking with the sticks.
Yeah, Ricky shoots 220 with handicap if he shoots it.
Yeah.
And Heath,
He can go 210, whatever handicap he's got.
210 plus 22. 232.
Oh, that's right. That's way right.
Same leave.
That's the
One thing he didn't want to do.
way right.
One thing he didn't want to do.
Same leave. Same lane.
Jimenez got up and walked one out. He's got to self-talk himself into a mark in the 9th or mark in the 10th.
Boy, cover this if you can.
Oh, man. Counts huge, too. Wow. Counts huge. 183. Jimenez needs a mark.
205
He needs a mark.
with sticks.
Yep, 205 with sticks. He basically just handed him the match. But Ricky was going to have to throw the first one here.
Yeah, he needed a mark.
Yeah.
He still does,
Sure.
but this is the lane that's gone through the face 3 out of the last 4 balls.
Yeah.
So let's see. I mean, he moved right. We'll see what his feet do here. Just looking at the camera, his feet look further left already. I don't know. I'm not behind the approach. 6 count.
3, 6, 9, 10. That's another spare I wouldn't have to make
Good
the money.
Lord. 202. Yeah, he
The good
needs
thing is
this.
he's on a strike.
He needs some count here.
He needs the mark.
Yeah. Or is it handicap is 205 to 202 right now, right? Handicaps on the computer is correct.
I believe so. No matter.
Big spare. Big
Huge.
spare.
There it is.
Big spare. So he and
Gotta move him
I,
along.
yeah, he and I had a little chat between games here. This is the ball. I don't want to say I told him to throw, but we're going to see what it does in the fill ball because a 3 and 2 is what I told him to do. He looks like he threw it with his purse, but at least he was in the right part of the lane. Ricky moves on. Ricky moves on. He's going to face Michael Oddson. Michael Oddson was your 2 seed today, plus 114 in semis. Big round of applause for Heath Schwartz today. Great showing. He's going to come in fourth place. What's he making today?
344.
344. Not a bad day's work. Not a bad day's work. Mr. Warner, we go on pause right now. Is that what I've been told? You guys, we got 2 games left. Michael Oddson, Shane Ponce, and Ricky Jimenez. One of those guys is going to be your champ today at the Highland Park Lanes. ABT Open. Let's go.
3 of our top 5 here at Highland Park. Jimenez of Kersey taking on our second seed, Michael Oddson. Here in Greeley, I believe. Still Michael, aren't you? Longmont, Greeley. 20 miles. Alright, so Rick, now Mike's going to have Rick lead the match. Gentlemen, go ahead and shake hands. Best of luck.
All right, here we are. Match number 3, Michael Oddson, Longmont, Colorado versus Ricky. Keep on bouncing around Jimenez. Mike has a 28-pin lead this game. They just told me he hadn't cashed in an ABT tournament in 15 tournaments. So if you're thinking this guy is due, this guy might be due. All right, there's a soft little 7-pin. Ricky does a ball change right there. Looks like he changed to a bonus, radical bonus. The ball had a little different shape than that closer, no doubt. I don't know what Mike's throwing. It's a blue slate looking thing. I almost want to say a pro motion.
Oh.
Deadwood. I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Did Mike bowl much in the last 2.5 years?
Until COVID hit, he was almost pretty regular.
See if Zach can hit this pin. I think he hit it.
Hey, he hit his target.
He nailed it. Dead center.
He nailed it. Yeah.
So I received a message from Daryl Stone to tell you need to start telling people that you're 85. They'll think you look great.
Yeah.
So
Did you see that form?
you nailed it.
Did you all
Dead
see that
center.
form?
Dead center.
I'll tell you what. They say, Zach, you must bowl every day. And I say, you know what? You just watched.
That was his shot for today.
That was my shot
That was
today.
his bowling today.
That was it.
That was it. I bowl every day.
And he nailed it.
So I had to take a quick glance. Michael Oddson's got a motive jackal down there is what we see. It's not a promotion, it's a motive jackal. That ball was a runaway right there. Leaves himself as a 6 count, misses the head pin to the left. Let's see what this can do. That might do the same thing.
He's very tight.
I've
He
heard
hasn't been here for a while.
I've heard this like sledgehammers and thumbtacks or something like that. Have you ever heard this? Right. Have you heard this?
No.
It's like taking a thumbtack and a sledgehammer and trying to ram it to... A little tight right now, Nick. A little tight.
A little bit.
A little tight. Some of us call that the pucker factor.
Yeah.
That ball's gonna hook. Okay, 7 count, 1, 2, 4. He's gonna be using all 28 pins real quick here.
Unfortunately.
You can lose him quick.
Yeah.
You already lost 10. Maybe 11.
I had some more people hit me up in between games, say they are thoroughly enjoying the telecast. My man Benny Moe, who did not make the cut this week, he's at home watching with the wife and kids. He's got on the big screen, sent me a pic. That's always good to see. My man Nick Jackow. You heard that right.
Jackow?
Yeah, that's right. He's coming from Fort Collins. He bowled the Big Swiss last week, 2 weeks ago, right? He's tuning in, says he loves it. He may be joining the ABT just because of that. So where's my rewards? What do I get? Do I get a cut of this? I heard Nolan gets paid.
What?
Yeah.
I heard Nolan gets paid.
It's great pay. I get time and a half.
Oh, interesting.
That's if he,
Double time.
the parole officer. Yeah.
Oh, parole officer. You have a vehicle monitor,
Two
Nolan?
times nothing is nothing.
Where is your parole officer? I thought I saw her walking
No.
around.
Where's
She went
Billy
home?
Preston at when you need him?
Well,
No, she's all
I
right.
might be need to ride.
In the meantime, I'm going to go on a limb and say Jimenez figured out the right lane. He did that ball change, and that ball is squared off nicely.
The good thing, if Michelle does decide to just leave, I actually go right by his house, so I can throw him out at like 35 miles an hour. By the time he gets
He's
done
in a
rolling,
good
he'll be right
spot
at the
now.
door.
Yeah.
You realize what the traffic's going to be like when they finish that development next to you? All those homes.
I don't think they'll fill them. There's so many.
I know. All right, Michael, come on, let's get back in this match. Get a break. Okay.
Oh
Got
my.
the break.
Oh my. Remember we just said the scoreboard doesn't count pretty?
That's right.
Thank God.
We didn't do the pick to
You
click.
took the words right out of my mouth.
We can still do the pick to click.
We could.
We let Zach, just out of respect,
Okay.
being he owns the world,
Well, true.
we'll let him pick first.
Okay. It's 3 bowlers left. Who do you think's going to do it?
Well, I'm going to go on a limb because I talked to the ball rep for Ricky.
Yeah, that's a real limb.
And his ball rep says he's got a good look right now, and he made a great ball change. I'm gonna go with Ricky.
Oh man, you really went out on a limb
He
there.
has to. Okay.
Oh my God!
I get to go ahead of you
So now you have
because you're 88 years old. That's what Daryl Stone
This is what
said.
you got. Daryl Stone says you're too old to
He
play.
said to tell people that he's 85 and they'll think Nick looks great for his age. That's what he said.
Oh boy.
I got it right here if you want to see it. I'm going to go with
But you know,
Ponce.
Daryl forgets how young he really is.
I'm gonna go with
You know, I
Ponce.
can take him out.
All right, so odd man out. You get Mike.
I gotta get odds.
Well, he's got 28 pins. How many pins is Ponce and Jimenez
It's
different?
got to be close.
That's got to be close too, right?
Yeah. I didn't write Shane's down, but I would say him and Heath are pretty close.
Yeah, I bet.
him and Ricky.
Ricky, well, Ricky gets 18. Shane's going to get a
Shane's
little bit more
22.
now. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what Mama David told me.
22.
She's the one that likes me.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
4-7.
Dang,
That head
there.
went right over the top of those two. Yeah, Mama
All right, so
David likes me.
I have Michael.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could maybe like it as I could get to use his vet on like every other day or something.
I'll take Jimenez.
All right. Put your 10s out.
10 my
House money.
Get your 10s.
House money.
Chad, Poggy, help me. He's trying to take money out of my pocket again.
I'm going to take it out of Jimenez's winnings. Oh, jeez. All right, he picks up his 4-7 down lane. He goes spare, double spare. In the meantime, Michael, open spare, strike spare. At least
He's marking.
he's shaking him. He's shaking the jitters now. It's time to get going, Mike.
I like this shot.
Sit.
Ooh, lazy 7 again. Lazy 7 pin.
Oh, Michael, he's waiting for you.
Poggy picked Mike too, just so you know.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Poggy, you drinking heavily again on the weekends?
He flagged that 7.
No.
Yes,
He
he
sure
did.
did.
That cost Mr. Sloan's a lot of money today.
Giving that handicap back.
This is a golden opportunity for Mr. Oddson.
Yeah.
He's got to take advantage of this. He's got to be like a piranha.
If you don't, yeah.
He's got to suck it up. Got to throw a good shot.
That's
All right,
face.
he pulled it again.
4-10.
His setups are wrong. What? Watch his setup. He can't.
All of a sudden, I think we've got a new ball rep in the booth.
No, I mean he can't not get the ball in front of him.
All right.
I mean, it's the way he's set up to get the ball. It's a pendulum. It's got to go it's got to go left.
Yep. Is he a Longmont guy? Bowls in Longmont, they said? Mama? He bowls is he bowl at Centennial? Michael?
Ooh, good try.
Yeah. All right.
Michael, I think didn't he bowl
Bowl
here?
at Cold Creek.
Doesn't bowl here. Mama David just told me he bowls in Centennial.
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 He's a good guy. He's been with me for a long time. I don't know how old he is, but I'll be willing to bet you he started bowling me right at the age of 18 or 19.
Needs
That's
this one.
left.
Needs this one. All right. 9 count.
Can't even get a good Brooklyn. That's when you
What's
know
a
you're in
bad
trouble.
Brooklyn? Is that a bad Brooklyn?
Yeah. Actually, it's Brooklyn everywhere except in Philly. It's Jersey. Because you cross over the bridge.
Oh, jeez.
Crossed over.
Do they call it a Jersey?
Yeah, they do.
And the rest of us call it Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Same thing.
Okay.
All right, Michael.
9 spare. I'll tell you what, there are multiple Hall of Famers walking around in here. I mean, Trisha Cote, Philip David, Rob Warner.
Hall of Famers?
Yeah. Jason Poole.
Oh, God.
Here's Jimenez.
Okay,
Jimenez
that's it.
6th
We got to
frame.
cut him off.
Nah,
How do you cut?
shot.
How do you cut a proprietor off in his own bowling set?
Well, you don't get away with it.
You let Ricky throw strikes.
All right, Nolan. I'm saying Ricky smokes this one. What do you think? Strike or not? I say strikes.
No.
Okay.
$5.
He likes this lane.
Pay me.
See what I mean?
It's like taking money from an infant.
He's going to be my dependent again.
Just pay me this time. Put the $5 out here. You never pay.
That's
People
not
know you
true.
don't pay.
That's not true.
These
You
guys
never
have-
give change.
These guys have lunches and dinners.
Change.
They've
Just
got all
give me
kinds
the
of pole
$5.
jive going on.
You know, and I'm going to give him this money.
Yeah.
And he still has a tab at the bar.
Nick just pulled out a wad of hundreds, and he's trying to find a 5. Good Lord.
Thank you.
Like somebody erased all the zeros.
No. Nolan, how many hundreds did you just see?
There's plenty.
Plenty to get home.
You're so bad.
He lives up at Blackhawk.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
finally made some money.
there's a 58 Buick up there and I sleep in the back when I can get in it.
Something tells me this is all fooey.
I finally made some money.
Oddson.
Got
All
Brooklyn.
right. Hey, do it again. Who cares?
Yeah, he needs to do it again.
Yeah,
You better
he
do
really
something.
does.
Well, 151 with his handicap. Is that
Ricky,
all right?
Ricky's letting him hang in there.
Yeah, he is. Ricky just can't get all 10 to fall.
We were talking to Ricky about San Antonio because he's from San Antonio,
Right.
and we're going to go there for Christmas.
I have never been in the state of Texas yet.
No,
Ever? We just had nationals down there a couple
Wow.
years ago.
I know.
I don't know how you can miss Texas.
It's pretty big, like the
pretty
size of
big.
Alaska.
Yeah.
If you're going west, you just kind of keep bearing right.
I used to get there a lot.
All right, 9 spare. 9 spare. He's just hanging around. You know, Ricky's trying to put something together here. Ricky's going to get up here on lane number 8 in the 8th frame.
And smoke it.
No one's calling a smoke show.
Yep.
Okay, he ain't missed on this one in a bit, right? He likes it. Doesn't like it. 3
Should have
pin.
bet, Nick. Could have got that
I'd have got
back.
my $500 bills back.
But you didn't bet.
But no.
I don't think
You know
those
why?
are
Because
hundreds.
if I'd have bet him, he'd have carried the same.
He probably would have. Probably would have tripped it forward.
He's lost like 300 times to me. Something like that. I'm serious.
That's like his picks to click. He tells people he's like 802 and 3.
You got 3 ties?
No, he's lost 3
I've
times
lost
out of
3
805.
Oh.
He's so full of crap.
I got you. All right, here we go. Mr. Jimenez, we've got a 9th, 10th frame game here. I mean, this is
One
a
time he was
10-pinner.
drinking heavily and he said he had a tie. I never did figure that one
Well,
I
No
don't
comment.
remember.
out. Yeah, that's why.
all right, Jimenez over on lane 7. Oh, he leaves an 8 pin.
Well, the count's good.
Yeah, but he's giving Michael the opportunity to sneak behind him here.
Yeah, Mike's going to have to fill some frames.
Yeah.
No playing around
I mean,
either.
he can go out for 96.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens here. It's all on Mike right now. He can put this away, or he can let Ricky swim around.
Can he shut him out?
Yes, with his handicap. You gotta remember, he's got 27 sticks.
Ricky goes 2-0 scratch.
Right.
And Mike can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 190 on a punch.
Right. With 27 pin difference, he's in the driver's seat. As tight as he's been and as bad as some of his shots have been, he can win this match.
Big
Wow.
shot.
That throws the best shot of the game for him right now.
That's huge. We'll see what the 10th frame
This
does.
next one's really huge.
Remember our thumbtack discussion?
Yeah. I don't think he's as tight now. I think he
You think he's
give
loose
a
now?
smaller hammer.
You think this just loose
We down-
tomorrow?
we down the ball
I
pin, or
think
what do we
he's
do?
got a little mojo right there.
You think that?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually when you look up and you need a double,
I know.
chances are.
That's when I focus the best.
Yeah,
When
but
I-
you're a 12-time winner.
If he just goes spare strike and Ricky punches, Ricky wins by 10.
That's runaway. That's running.
Okay.
Man. If he doesn't get the 10 out of there, good lord.
Yeah.
Okay, Ricky cannot be shut out.
Big spare right here. Just for count.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 176.45. You shoot 221. All right, there you go. All right.
To the
He didn't hurt it any.
He's keeping the people watching glued to their
Yeah.
computer or iPad or whatever.
You know, looking back on it, Jimenez is going to look at that 5th frame. If this boils down and he
Oh,
loses
yeah.
as just
Oh,
a 7 pin, oh my lord. Oh my lord. How much is second place today? Third place? What are we doing at third place?
If he loses this match, he gets 563.
563.
He went way.
Oh my
Like,
lord.
oh,
Carry a
That's-
lot. Carries 8. Carries 8. So 18 on the fill.
219 with handicap.
Is that what he ends up at there?
So,
Please wait. 219.
474.
204 plus Ricky's 18. He can get around him by single digits.
He needs a mark.
He needs all of them.
He needs a double.
Yeah, he needs them all.
He needs a double?
Yeah.
This is a big one right here.
The best he can do is 204.
Plus 18.
204 and 18 is 222.
Oh, he goes through the phase 3
Ain't
pin.
nothing.
That's it?
I think so. Yeah,
So 93 and 18.
it was 11.
Yeah,
gonna
he's
lose by
short.
8.
He's going to be short. Unreal. It was the single.
Oh, Michael Oddson. So maybe the Pogey has something going on.
Did you hear what just happened? My horse is gone.
Your horse has left the building.
My horse is gone.
You better go get him a
We're
drink.
going to start
that
calling
horse
Ricky.
might need a
We're
drink.
going to start calling Ricky Elvis because he's left the building.
Hoagie. How?
That's just like you said. He's going to look at that missed 7.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It was the missed 7 pin. You know, that sealed the deal right there. Great run. Great run for Ricky today. Well, we're down to the number 1 and number 2 seed, Shane Ponce and Michael Oddson. Ponce shoots 723 in the semis today. He ran away with that. So he's going to be your number 1 seed going into this final match. Shoot, we got one left, kids.
One left.
One left. Rob Warner, we'll be right back, bud.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a championship match here at Highland Park for the Amateur Bowlers Tour. The winner of this match is going to take home $2,152. This final match featured Michael Oddson, our second-seeded player, up against our tournament leader, Shane Potts. Shane's got a Michael lead to match. Shake hands, guys, and best of luck.
Dawson, he's in Colorado Springs.
I just got clearance from Rob to see if I was ready.
Wow, I like that. That's
Moving up in the world, kids. Woohoo.
Just flat owning it.
That's right. All right, so we got Michael Oddson versus
23
leader in the pack, Shane Ponce. I've got a nickname for Ponce, but he doesn't like it, so I don't say it anymore. Brooklyn Squasher. First place match right here. Winner is going to be $2,500 richer.
21.
2,100.
2152.
Is there any other bonuses in there, or just the 21?
18 and 13.
Yeah,
13,
$2,100. It's not a bad day in the
Second
old Highland
place,
Park.
1,076.
176. Okay, well, 1,000 for second. Sign me up. That's not so bad.
Ponce lit it up in the semis.
Ponce was on fire.
Yep.
Oh,
He might
Watch
still
out.
be.
wow.
Watch out. Couple more checkers in there. Mr. Josh Overcash down in Denver's checking in with us. Great telecast, he said. Thanks for tuning in. Neo Prism. Putting on a quality product. They just have a few goons sitting behind the microphone today. And I wasn't talking about me.
Did you hear that Connie said he's the rose between two thorns?
Yeah.
Time
for him to bleed.
Oh my lord, listen to these two. Strike, even after one. Here's Ponce, the second frame.
Nice. He's got
clean.
a little bit of hold in there.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, Ricky was playing it like direct-ish.
Yeah.
Ponce is playing it direct. There's no ish at the end of it. We need just going gung-ho here. Time to make some money. One match. Let's see what you got. What was the pins? 28, you said? 30?
23 difference.
23 different. So Mr. Oddson gets a 23-pin lead here. Ooh,
Kicked out the
trips
4-9.
out the 4. No kidding. If they were
Make it a
twisters, they'd
square.
all be crying about the 4-9. 4-9, 4-10, 4-7-9. Those twisters suck.
They were not very popular.
No.
Yeah. This is the last one, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think when they first came out, I'm trying to remember. Oh, Crown put them in the second half of our scratch like year 0 on Thursday night. They were sticking in the buckets. Brunswick Pin Center. Hey, deck jams, brackets. They had to coat the buckets with urethane.
To get him to fall
get
through
him
the
to
case.
center.
I mean, we had twisters in here for a year and a half, 2 years. I mean, they've got a 3-year warranty. We just got rid of. I mean, we kept around. We would put them in the summertime just because of wear and tear.
Yeah.
Little Brooklyn 610 there for Oddson. But I will say, they fall differently. The pin deflection's different. The deflection off the ball is different. Where you need to hit the pocket in relationship to a wood pin is different. I mean, just from watching twisters, light was always so much better than deep, right? On wood, you get deep, you might leave a 4, you might leave the 9. On the twisters, you're going to leave the 4 and the 9 together. Oh, chop suey right there. That's not fun.
My favorite spare that I always chop, the 6 off the 10. I think on my gravestone, it's going to have the 610 with a ball going past it and 10 sitting out.
They'll forget to put one of them there.
Yeah.
And he'll be okay.
I'll hook you up.
Oh,
I know some grave guys. I know some tombstone makers. I'll help you out.
my great uncle was the only one that did headstones by hand in Vineland, New Jersey. True
He
story.
looks slow on that.
A little slow. Ball may have missed left. He goes 3-6, goes through the face a little bit. He wasn't nearly as the word they say, aggressive.
Right.
Remember, kids, hard and straight with plastic. Hard and straight with plastic. All right, Ponce clean through 3. Our boy Oddson had that crazy 6'10" chop. Ponce out 200. It's about an even match right now with the pins.
Mike's still up 12.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
wait.
That's right. That's right.
Too full.
That's right. Heath was doing the same thing. There's that OB right. I mean, it's not that the ball just doesn't hook. It's just that from that angle with this oil that's out there, good luck.
It
Right?
looked like Ponce moved left about 3 boards.
And whiffed it right,
And whiffed
an extra
it right,
3,
yeah.
which means you missed by 6.
6.
That's not a good equation, kids.
For you math majors.
No, for you math majors out there that are trying to become bowling stars,
All right.
Still clean.
that's right. For some of my viewers out there that know this term, spares, if you hook it, you will lose. Just saying.
That's so true.
If you hook it, you will lose. I remember in juniors, the old guy behind the counter used to just bark that at us all day. Spares, if you hook them, you'll lose. Well, guess what? The game really hasn't changed much.
No.
I mean, because I think, I got it at juniors, 5-10 years ago? I'm kidding. It was 25 years ago. Christ.
You can't believe nobody at this table but me.
Oh God.
That's it.
Oh God.
That's
What
it.
kind of trouble am I in?
I don't even know where to go with this.
Well, leaves himself a little 5-pin Brooklyn down lane. Working on that open of that 6'10".
Go Brooklyn here and you'll miss it.
Oh God, look what you just did,
try
Nolan.
to.
Nolan.
He did.
I told you.
Nolan.
He's the great Karnak.
Well, no, I'm just saying. You leave a 5 and go Brooklyn, you're not covering it.
I didn't see many arms up on that one.
No, well, I
He's lucky.
was.
Oh God, please. You had a cramp. It's different.
I still got it. I got all kinds of things. Just turning 55 sucks.
Oh God, here we go. What? Your speedometer?
Just watch the match, Nick. Just watch the match.
Oddson, 5th
Michael.
frame.
Left.
Runaway
left.
train. Runaway train.
138.
It's a not comfortable spare to look at. Unless you're left-handed.
Yeah.
If you're left-handed, you're licking your chops. If you're a righty, you're thinking, how the hell did I get myself into this situation?
He doesn't cover this. That's 3 opens in a row. He's basically handing it to Ponce. Just here, take it. Maybe.
That's why.
That's where the first ball should.
Yeah.
So what's he got? 65 and a 5th.
His handicap is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, the mark here, Shane can be up 18 even with the handicap differential.
Ponce's first 2 shots were good. He's been high on everything since.
He let off
I
the
thought
gas.
once
he let
he threw
off.
that really good shot that he would finally loosen up.
Still.
Oh boy. Okay, well then. Here we were thinking that this was,
Game, set, match, but it's not.
remember what we said a couple games ago? It's still bowling.
Yes. Which is why we keep coming back.
That's right.
There you go.
Nice.
If you hook it, you will lose. There's a good spare. In between shots here, quick review. Some of your semifinal guys, 24th up. Jason Schmidt, Lila Bang, Philip David, Brandon Knowles, Stephen Dudek, Maloney, Scott Sloan, Thomas Walker, Scott Roskelley, Tyler Bryant, Michael Cowan, Brian Montoya, Bill Clarkin, Jason Poole, Robert White, Mr. Camacho, Andrew Stout, Cody Hiley, and Miss Sharon Coleman missed out by 10 pins. She was your number 6 seed after semifinals.
First tournament with us.
That's
And
awesome.
almost made the finals.
That's awesome. Here's Ponce and his.
There you go.
There we go. 6th frame. Gets a little love tap off the wall. All right.
Well, he's in the lead. He's covered. The handicap's gone.
Yeah.
He's in the lead.
It's a game of frame by frame now.
Yeah.
Close frames, go home.
I don't know if Oddson's done a ball change all day today. I think he's thrown this all day today.
Might be a good time.
Might be time to get something shiny out. That's better. That's better. All right, some on the left side, little 4-7 combination. Needs a spare right here.
Sure does.
Okay, does he make it or not?
Yes.
Oh,
He makes it?
okay. I don't play with hundreds like these two, so I can't get involved in their childish games.
Looks good. All right, yeah, even he's excited.
Look at this. We call those spares.
Come on, Michael, make a match out of it.
All right, we got 4 frames left. Oddson's down by about 20-odd pins. And that's with handicap included. So let's see what we got going on here. He needs to
He's
start
got a
putting a
little
run
room.
together.
Maybe. There you go.
Okay,
All right.
okay. He's going to make Ponce think a little bit.
Yep.
Seventh frame.
Looks a little right.
Boy,
Looks a
he's
little
just-
right. Yeah, just whiff and miffs.
Yeah. 310 last
Right.
time on there.
Right.
He gave Michael the opportunity to get back in it.
I want to say he's throwing an RSTX1, I believe, the Rotogrip ball, or RST1 or something like that. Whatever.
RSTX1.
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know the layout on it. Oh my God, we've
boy.
seen that twice this game. I don't know the layout on it. I don't know. I don't know. If it was me, right, and it's easy to say because we're sitting back here watching. I'm getting something pin up, and I'm getting something shiny, and I'm getting to the 4th arrow, and I'm just pointing at the freaking 3-pin right now. Right, I'm just. Back in the day, the old boys would have said, I'm just playing this little fallback right here because everything to the right either looks, well, we said it's just over under, it's hit or miss, right? I want to get as straight towards that 3-pin and let the clean part of the back end take the ball and just tip it right now, right? This is way right. For that reason right there.
Very fortunately, just the 1-2.
Well,
Fallback shot was fun to play with.
I mean, the old boys in here, I learned bowling from a bunch of bedwetters like you two, right? So, fall back when these boys said, God dang, there's burn to the right or there's squirrel to the right, get the hell out of Dodge. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get something, and it's probably gonna be shiny, right? Because I want something to get to the back end of the lane where they're clean, and I want to see as much change in direction or transition right there as you can see, because it's very evident. Everything right of 17 looks like caca. You get me in at 20 and just point at the 3-pin and just let the ball do its work, right?
Leave some easy spares.
Yeah, man. Get
Get some pin count.
That's right. At worst, you're leaving flat 10s because you can't create enough angle. You do not want to be leaving any of this designer jive we're seeing down here. That's right.
It's a good shot. No.
See, it's just right. The ball loses energy and just never makes
Doesn't
the
do anything
motion.
with nothing
It
left.
never makes the motion.
That would have been a big double right there.
That would have been a monster double. We're still in single digits for this game. Oh my lord.
Yeah? makes the spare. He's only like within 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, it's like a pin game then.
All right, there he goes.
Here it is. I mean, I'm telling you.
2-frame game.
This is, didn't we just do this?
Yes, we did.
Didn't we just do this situation?
It's Groundhog Day.
It is. It's all over again.
Nick loves ties.
Oh. Yeah.
Nick just gave Nolan a $100 bill off his finger.
I leave when there's ties. I got to go. I'll read about it in the paper.
That's left. That's
Well,
left. All right. One. Yeah.
136.
Okay. Wow. I mean,
You know, it is shaping up to be just that.
I know it is. Don't chop this. You kind of got yourself back in it a little bit.
that's right.
With a little help from Ponce, but
Well, yeah, and you're filling
Don't-
frames.
don't chop this.
Yeah, don't give it away. Don't give it right back. That's gonna be close. Ooh. I'll tell you what. I usually don't speak things into existence. I just let them permeate in my brain. But obviously, Nolan is a wonderful proponent of see it, speak it, and believe it. Me,
Absolutely.
Not so much. Not so much. Here's Ponce.
Whether it hurts him or not.
Ponce, 9th frame, working on a spare. He can go 151 in the 9th.
high again.
And he's going to go Brooklyn.
He's lucky to get that 5 out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We are still within single
Yep.
digits. Now, I don't know if you understand how big the spare is, but Nolan.
It's big. You don't want to miss this.
He was a math major at one time.
Okay. All right. Spare.
You can't believe how many times before he'd say, "Oh, this match is, he's within blah blah." And there's like 10,000 people out there just like, what? And then so his phone starts
happens.
blowing up and goes, "Dude, do you know basic math? Really? Do you have a clue?"
10,000. I think it was like 50 viewers last I checked, but that's okay. That's okay. So here's the Ponce, first ball in the 10th.
Big shot. Come on.
That's better.
It's a good
Hurry.
shot.
Ooh, nice.
That's better. It's 170 plus the count.
a good
You can go
time for
2-0.
that.
God, yes, that was big time. So the most Michael Oddson can have is 206 with handicap. Ponce needs count right here to close the door.
Because he can go 222
Yeah.
with handicap. Boy, Michael had every opportunity to win this
No,
match.
it's over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I know.
This puppy's over.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. There you go.
That's right.
That's enough.
Yes, it
190.
is. Yes, it is.
Shoots 212.
390 and 4 when I call him. Here we go.
What happened to the 803 and
I went
1
back
and
and
2?
checked that.
Oh, you checked it. So you were off
I was
almost
off.
400 wins.
No, my computer was off.
Ah, your computer was on. Hoagie, are you listening to this?
Shane Ponce.
Hoagie writes all this stuff down. He's going to call you back and go, dude, this is what you said.
Bumper guys.
Shane Ponce,
Shane
winner
Ponce.
today.
Yep, takes it home. How many's that for Ponce? You didn't ask him.
This would have been Michael's second. I want to say maybe this is Shane's. I'm going to say fifth. Of course.
That was a great
FBAC.
shot.
Well, it's going
was
to be that way.
Not yet. So I got one more week next week, and then I'm taking a week off
Where are you going? Any
Slide
place
it.
special?
Yeah,
Oh, are you? Good.
yeah.
How's Pop doing?
for the week. We're going to go up for their big event for the weekend where we met.
Yeah.
He's doing okay. Why not? second place after not making a cut for 15 tournaments.
Yeah,
You'll take it.
$1,072. Damn right.
You'll take it.
$1,076. Excellent job.
Well, it was fun working with Zach.
It was. Actually, we were able to get 4 words in, I
Yeah.
think, which is pretty good. I mean, when's the last time you saw a producer speechless?
Today.
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Nicholas Schwartz and Nolan Carruthers here at Highland Park. Again, fantastic job by everybody here, staff, mechanic,
Absolutely.
obviously Zach.
place.
Yeah, it's
Great
fantastic.
place.
Next week, we're at Crown Lanes in Denver. The following week, Holiday Lanes in Lakewood. So have a great week, folks. We will see you next week at Crown Lanes. For Nick, Nolan, producer Rob Warner, we are out of here.
Bye-bye, everybody.